Hey yo, welcome to WTN Rundown. I'm Big Red and I'm with JLB. I'm the crazy one, Kid Crazy.
What do you do, everybody? Hope everybody had a good week.
Yeah, man. I mean, aside, of course, this is the celebration episode of Scott Hall, who we just found the news. Well, not just found, but on Monday night. Um, well, it was mentioned, I believe it was Friday, the Friday before. No, excuse me, I'm mixing my stuff up. It was Sunday, even
Mm,
the Sunday of. We had found out that Scott Hall had 3 heart attacks, and what needed to be rushed to the hospital and was on life support.
right.
And with that, we found out it was also. I don't know how he talked with this toothpick all the time, mind you. Um, but with that, we also did find out that it was due to complications from his hip surgery last week. The week before, apparently he had broken his hip or something. He had
Yeah.
fallen, and there was a blood clot kind of near his heart after the surgery or something. And he was rushed to the hospital and was put on life support. It was then mentioned that Scott Hall would be removed from life support as soon as all of his family had arrived at the hospital.
Right.
Um, he was removed from life support as of 12 or 1 p.m. on that Monday.
Mm,
However, he was still breathing.
yeah.
So he was breathing on his own, but there was a lot of conflicting reports that Scott Hall had passed.
Right.
X Pac had then went on to the Twitter sphere and had mentioned, "Hey guys, listen, no, this is not true. My friend is still alive. It's pretty messed up how there's a whole bunch of RIPS when my friend is actually still here and alive. It's really sucky. He's breathing on his own, and there you have it." But then it was announced, unfortunately, about 2 hours later after that X Pac posting, that Scott Hall had passed away at the age of 63 years old. And yeah, and WWE Raw had um, done something even with all of that. Of course, it being very quick. I'm sure they had a package set up just in case, but they did do wonderfully with um,
Yeah.
what they did there. In the
Hmm.
middle of the show, we had Kevin Owens come out, just do the regular, "Hey, yo," you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, a lot of paying homage from a lot of wrestlers. Obviously, a lot of love from the wrestling industry
Mhm.
all around of how Scott Hall was a great guy. And all the people that he has impacted who are current stars as of today have told their story and a bunch of pictures and so on. And it's sad to see for a guy who's had a lot of demons
Hmm.
and has overcame those demons, and to better himself, he was doing a lot better the last few years. And it's just very sad to see that he had to go this way. You know what I mean? Usually you want to, at least if we're gonna somewhat put a positive spin on this horrible situation, at least Scott Hall was able to at least enjoy sobriety
Hmm.
for quite some time before he passed away. He was able to live life again and not be demented by his demons, if you
Hmm.
will. Yeah, man, and it's just it's hard. It's especially so young. You know, when you
Yeah.
hear someone at 80, 90 years old, okay, yeah, you know, it's horrible, and not to diminish anybody or whatever, but it's horrible. But at 63, man, like
Yeah.
it's nothing to do with drugs or
Yeah.
alcoholism. Perhaps maybe a little it could have maybe affected something or whatever, but not a direct cause
Mhm.
of what had happened. This is simply a complication to the hip surgery, and a blood clot was found. We all can get blood clots at
Mhm.
any age. This is not determined by your standard living of life or what you've done. It's just one of those mysteries with the body.
Yep. I'm really happy that at least he got to live his last few years with some clarity
Yeah.
because of his sobriety, and got to feel the love from the people around him. Because if something that I noticed in these last few days since his passing is this guy was not only loved by his peers, but he was loved by all the fans. I have people on my feed that are really not wrestling fans, or that are no longer wrestling fans, but that jumped in praising and celebrating Scott Hall's life and how much it affected their childhood. So I don't think we grasp how over the bad guy was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. So you go ahead, guys.
So they said, I heard something this week, and I think it fits perfectly. Is Scott made being a bad guy cool?
Yeah.
And
He was the bad guy that we loved.
yeah, he kind of was a catalyzer to the what we know nowadays as the anti-hero, not a face, not a villain, just someone that people enjoy watching or enjoy. Period. So thank you, Scott Hall, for what
Yeah.
you gave us throughout the years. Really enjoyed being a fan of yours and what you brought to this industry. Thank you.
Very
Yeah.
well said.
Very well said. And he wasn't, over glamorized with belts. He wasn't a world
No.
champion. There's a lot of people who maybe should have been world champion who weren't. Mr. Perfect,
Mhm.
never a world champion.
True.
That's all I could think of at the moment.
Piper.
But Piper, yes, never a world champion. And a lot of people are like, oh, but he wasn't a big star in that sense. And I said, okay, listen, not everybody can be the main guy. He was the bad guy, but he was the guy that are putting you over. He wasn't a jobber, but
No.
he did a jobber's job in a sense where he made you look good in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was always kind of that side hustle to move everyone up. He was very professional in his wrestling. And I even Hulk Hogan, when he did his little speech at the bar, his Hogan Hangout or whatever you call it, Hogan had told him, told the people that were there, like, Scott gave me the tools to what it was to be a bad guy. You know what I mean? That ultimately made my career happen again. When my Hogan, my red and yellow was getting stale, Scott Hall gave me those tools to become Hollywood Hogan, to be that extra bad guy, and so on and so forth. And it's true. I mean, there was talk, would there have been anyone who would have been able to do that WCW invasion like Scott Hall did? Going out from the barricade, coming in. You know who I am. but you don't know why I'm here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, um, and with our other podcast, we were going back and forth with that, and I struggle to think there was anybody else, just because now that Scott Hall has passed, you know, a lot of people are gonna
Yeah.
overly praise him, and
Mhm.
understandably so, and that's fine. But ultimately, his character was pretty special in that regard. We had flung a few names. Would Shawn Michaels have been able to do that? Probably
Hmm.
not. Would
No,
Bret Hart have been able to do that?
definitely not.
Probably not.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean? So he was definitely one of a kind. Um, he he made being bad cool. You know,
Yep.
it's cliche to say, but it was true.
Yep.
Uh, so rest in peace, bad guy. This show is dedicated to you.
Much machismo.
I gotta get me a vest now. I gotta find one of those vests. They're probably gonna be really expensive, but
Oh, they're gonna be high.
I'm sure they're gonna put them
Uh,
out.
well, you can get his shorts apparently on WWE Shop, like
mm,
Machismo shorts or something. Not the
mm,
tights, but the shorts
mm.
Oh,
for like $22. So that's not bad.
it's
But
reasonable.
yeah, um, you know, and obviously a lot of people are gonna be collecting now and
Yeah.
wanting stuff from Scott Hall and so on. And you know, a lot of people are like, oh, then you weren't really a fan. And you know, it's hard to say necessarily. I think a lot of people too, when they are alive, we don't necessarily give them their flowers as much as we should. And it's not in spite of anything, or
Right.
just it's just human nature, where we think we'll give it at some point because he's still here and so on. And it's something as humans we have to change, but unfortunately it's really hard to do that. um but ultimately now, not in Scott Hall's case, in anyone's case who passes away so suddenly just like that, people go ravage and collecting and da da da. It's simply because we'll just never see anything else from him. Although he hasn't wrestled in 10 years. Um, Now it's official. Bad guy is gone. Um, and you know, it's the amount of knockoffs that I already see.
Hmm.
People are just people, and I'm not surprised anymore by all of that. But yeah, did I ever think I wanted to get a Razor Ramon vest or a Scott Hall vest before? No. You know what I mean? So I'm one of those people, I guess. But it's just because now it's to pay homage,
Mm.
to fulfill that legacy. And I think as humans, we should definitely give people their flowers when they're here. Buy that vest when that person is alive. Do that. You know what I mean? Own up to their great qualities of what they have done in their life. I'm not even talking about wrestling, but in their life. And I always try to convey that message as well. Um, because with someone like how Scott Hall lived, he lived through his flaws and he overcame his demons. And that is something that should have been, it was cherished, but something that should have been more, he should have gotten more flowers, I feel. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. And we're going to miss you, bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching. I just want to finish on this because it's a little bit of a funny note. Uh,
Mm.
a segment from Nitro. I didn't really specify which one it was, but it seemed like it was in the early days of NWO, and he's kind of like cutting a promo with the other boys all behind him,
Mm.
and somebody threw a soda pop or a Coke, not a can of Coke, but a
Yeah,
glass,
a drink, a
a
drink.
drink. Exactly is the
Mm.
word I was looking for. Threw a drink at him, and it landed straight on his head, and
Yeah.
he as like with no
He didn't
thinking,
flinch.
no nothing, just improvising, used it like as a gel, and
Yeah.
and flattened it on his head, and looked at the
Uh,
camera, strike the
uh,
pose, and that's how I like to remember Scott Hall as a cool cat. So rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah, that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
And that's how you have to live life, guys. You just have to live your life, just taking your bumps, taking your bruises, and carrying on. You know what I mean? Life will go on, and and you just have to fight to your battles. So
Bad times don't last.
But bad guys do.
there you go. And with that, now we have to talk about Raw. Unfortunately, that bad time just keeps lasting.
Ooh.
I have nothing to say about Raw.
Well, I mean, look,
There's a few
so
things.
obviously, yeah, there's a few things. So obviously, with Raw, we had a lot of rumors with Cody Rhodes. It was in Jacksonville. Everyone was amping. Oh, Cody's coming.
He's not coming.
We had KO face Seth Rollins because Rollins wanted to do the freaking speaking,
Yeah, the talk show.
the talk show.
I got to be honest with you guys. When he came out and he started saying, "Okay," I didn't know where he was going. I was a bit surprised when he gave the suggestion of having his own talk show and having Stone Cold as a guest. I go, okay, where are they going with this? And then when Sonya came out and made a match for it, I'm like, oh, I got to admit, I got excited there for a bit. I thought that was the door. I thought that was the door for Cody to come in from. But I was wrong. And we didn't get what people expected. But things are all back to normal. And KO is gonna host the KO show with guest Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's it. And I feel like that was kind of just, I don't know. I don't remember much else about.
But did you have maybe that was the door? Maybe that would have been open for Cody.
I thought Cody was gonna come in at the end. I knew Seth was gonna lose. I knew. I'm like, dude, they can't take this away from KO.
No.
I know everybody idolizes Austin. They started, but KO has been a fan of Austin's for like the longest freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, bro, I was scared because you never know with the WWE.
That's true.
Like,
that's true. Sorry, shivers. Sorry.
And so no worries. So I mean, it's freaking hot outside. Just go outside. It's freaking warm.
No, it's not that kind of shiver. Anyway, continue.
just going off the words. So I had thought, okay, KO's gonna win. Seth Rollins is gonna be all mopey in the ring, get really pissed. And then Cody Rhodes comes out.
Smoke and mirrors hits,
Smoke and mirrors. And then you don't even see a lot. You just see Cody Rhodes on the ramp, and then it ends.
And then Raw finishes.
And then you have to wait till Raw. Yeah.
That would have been.
That actually would be good.
Yes.
So I mean, but nothing happened.
Okay,
KO
so
won,
so this being where we're at now, 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Forget Cody. If we're not to put Cody into this equation, what do we do with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania?
I just think Seth is going to be a part of the KO show.
Yeah, it's going to be either that lame, or Seth is going to be part of the KO show
and start a rivalry with Kevin,
But
or finish your thought.
Or just be there, or just get stunned with Kevin. Kind of thing. Austin stuns them both, and then that's it. And then maybe they'll start a rivalry later.
Or he might be in daddy duty.
He's not going to miss WrestleMania, bro. Come on. Daddy duty.
2 weeks, man. You have 2 weeks.
Well, I mean,
unless
Cody Rhodes could just show up at WrestleMania.
That's what I was going to say.
They've done it before with Hardy Boys in 5 years ago.
This is not a thing that can't happen either.
Like we all knew that the Hardy Boys ROH contract finished the day before.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew they dropped the titles to the Young Bucks the day before. So we all expected the Hardy Boys to show up. There was rumors of them showing up, but it still got a huge pop and one of the best pops in the recent years when that music came on at WrestleMania.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if he doesn't show up, guys, that WWE is just trolling. For the record, I still think it's a work. Okay?
Yeah.
For the record, I still think it's a work. But you know what? At the end of the day, I would love to see Seth Rollins versus Rhodes just as a fan.
Mhm.
That just sounds like a fire match.
But
Um,
there's
Yeah.
rumors that Cody has many offers, but it doesn't say who he has those offers from.
New Japan,
Well, he probably has.
GCW,
He probably has offers
uh,
from all of them,
every Impact,
including All Elite.
All Elite. It's still on the table. He rejected it, but it's still on the table. If he, I don't know. He might just be like the general manager of ROH though. It's a work, bro. He's staying with freaking Khan.
I just see him in Ring of Honor. Be my person opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
but
still
he would
think
still want that
I'm still
deal.
more on the side of it's a work, but I won't. I would be lying to say I'm not starting to believe that he might show up.
Well, look, we're talking
And
about
maybe
it.
it's wishful
So
thinking, maybe. So,
we're talking about it, so something's happening.
well, yeah, the buzz definitely created by this is definitely helping both companies. They're both using. Oh, maybe AEW now less in the last 2 weeks. They definitely used it the day after it was announced. But yeah, it's true that they have mentioned this whole
And
thing less
they're still selling his shirts in AEW, by the way, guys. So
on the shop.
yeah,
So that's interesting also because they took him off of the active roster, right?
yeah.
Okay, but they're still selling his merchandise. So it's something to take into consideration when we're trying to figure out if he will show up or not. I guess this is the whole point of this is to get people talking. One, get people not sure where they're gonna go with this, one way or the other, so that when it does happen, they still get that shock and that pop. So whether it happens or not. So I guess that's their goal here. They've been trolling us for the past few weeks with Edge's promo, with Miz's promo.
No, so I missed Edge's promo. Was it any good? How was his music? I didn't even try.
His
to figure
music
that out.
is trash.
It might take a bit of time to get used to. It's from the same band that did his
Yeah.
prior entrance
Yeah,
theme.
he's
okay.
he's very Costa. You could go
Veiny?
with- not veiny, very broody,
Broody, as
like
in
from
Brood.
La Brood.
oh,
Like he's saying,
okay,
like very
okay.
Edge from the Brood.
Definitely more dark. Definitely
Yeah.
more sinister. Definitely more cocky.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't even think if that's cocky. It's more
Well, he
like,
said that he was better than all of us. All
yeah,
of
yeah.
us.
I
So
think it's a
cocky.
step higher than cocky. He's being. I think
MGF-y.
arrogant, cocky are not the. I think a fresh, smart ass. I guess.
Yeah, you could say that. Smart
I
ass.
guess smart ass. It's. I don't know. It's intriguing. I think the one last week was better than the one this week. But it's still great promos laid out by Edge. Definitely.
The match is gonna be good.
Oh yeah, AJ Edge, no doubt about that. Like
There's no
we said last week.
stipulation, huh?
So
Sorry?
far, no
There's
stipulation. No.
No, not yet.
Like we said last week, there's a potential to steal the show there.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I think I'm looking forward to that.
That
I guess Brock and Roman, just because whatever. It's the only really storyline you have. Who's Becky facing?
Belair.
Hmm?
Belair.
Bex against Bianca. Yeah.
Belair. Okay. I mean, that'd be cool, I guess. I'm just kind of done with the feud. But
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm,
I guess,
I'm,
you know.
I'm just done with Belair.
They have to. Unfortunately, that's what I'm getting from a lot of people. It's she's losing her momentum there. They have to end this rivalry in a good way where it won't hurt either. I think I have more potential of hurting a Bianca than a Bex.
That's why I think she has to win.
I think that's it. I think Belair wins.
I hope so too, because I think it would hurt her no matter what.
Yeah,
she doesn't.
exactly. Belair has to win, get that story. Hey, I beat you finally, and I beat you at Mania. You weren't there, now you're here, and I beat you. Shut your face. Sort of ordeal. Becky doesn't need the title to be as good as she is. Neither does Belair, but for this storyline's sake, you got to put it. I'm ready for Belair to kind of get a change up in gimmick, though. Just a little change up. It's just kind of getting the same old, same old.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe we'll see Asuka or Bailey.
I have a feeling we're gonna get to see Bailey.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
She's already
I'm down for
teasing that
Bayley.
she's coming back soon, and she will be a free agent, so she will be moving from Raw to SmackDown. So
So maybe Belair and Bailey.
I
I'd be
think it's
down
an
with that.
opportunity for
I
Belair
mean,
to,
ding dong, hello.
yeah. They've gone there already with a program, but I think with a different attitude from Belair, it can do wonders for both of them for returning.
But what do you mean, Costa? None of my fans remember that storyline.
Yeah. Yes, because WWE fans have some memory problems and never remember
Yeah.
previous storylines that never came to fruition. But yeah,
Only they remember what I tell them to remember.
exactly.
Yeah, but yet you put everything on the network.
Speaking of which, Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. I'm interested to see what Pat McAfee can do again. He was pretty entertaining. I don't know. We'll see if that was Cole's doing or if that was Pat McAfee's doing. So
No, I think that's the second match I'm interested. Yeah.
But it's time for these last 2 weeks. We need to hear some Pat McAfee promos here.
Oh, and I think he's down for it. He'd be down for it for sure. And I think he's going to go off the riff. Maybe not. Fans probably won't let him. But yeah, definitely
Like he
down.
needs to show up on Raw on Monday and cut a huge promo to build up this match. I think they did a good job of the whole scuffle happening on Friday. It was a good start to
during
this
the
whole
match.
thing. But now we need some promos. And Theory, I don't know how his promo work, if it has improved or not, because he wasn't the best.
Mhm.
But I think this could be a good chance to see what he has to offer with the mic.
Yep.
With a guy like McAfee.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down to see at least something, and not him be Vince's little bitch. I also would like to see a Corey Graves turn on Pat McAfee at WrestleMania.
But
Corey Graves can wrestle now.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if Corey Graves wants to do.
He said he won't be. He's not ready to come back as a full-time wrestler. He likes his life as it is.
Yeah, I would
But
like
he-
it too as a commentator.
But he says he's down for a program here and there if called.
well, that's
upon.
what I mean. I mean,
Yeah.
him versus Pat McAfee. Though.
would be
that
great,
might be
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
but don't they have heat in real life?
Well,
I mean, I think everybody kind of just has a feeling about Pat McAfee because he's a little cocky prick. But I mean, the guy has deals on deals on deals. This guy gets like $15 million off of other stuff rather than WWE. So at the end of the day, the guy's gonna do what the guy's gonna do. Heat or no heat, bro. And
yeah,
that's
but at
my
the end of
heat
the
thing.
day, if Vince McMahon says, "Listen, you guys are gonna have a match and they're gonna do a program
Yeah,
together,"
that's it. You're not gonna hurt each other. You know what I mean? Oh, that's the other news. Big E.
yeah.
So Rich Holland, we talked about that, I guess, on Sunday as well, of course.
Mhm.
But I'm not sure how much news we had divulged. So Rich Holland had. Oh, did we talk about Butch?
Yes.
Yes, we
We
talked
did,
about
okay.
Butch.
So Rich Holland, obviously, as you guys know, tried to do a belly to belly on Big E. Big E had landed on his head. He had to go to the hospital. He had, I think, 2 broken
Discs.
something discs in his back, but it wasn't anything where he needed surgery. He can move his hands, his feet, and all that. But his C1 apparently is a little bit damaged, and a few doctors was saying that that one is the most hardest to heal from, and
Yeah.
can potentially be career threatening
Yeah.
in that regard. So Big E definitely won't be around for quite some time. I am glad he is able to at least move everything. He won't need surgery, but he definitely will need to be taking it easy for quite some time. Obviously missing WrestleMania, most likely missing SummerSlam, most likely missing Survivor Series. We probably won't see him until maybe Royal Rumble,
Mhm.
if that. So
Yeah,
Big
8 to
E is
10
going to be
months.
out.
Is about to if you want to take things.
Well, I mean, it
patiently.
depends too, though, right? It's not just like a typical, quad or whatever injury. It's it really depends on some people never truly heal from that. Austin never
Yep.
really got back to normal after the pile driver from Owen. He still did a lot of stuff, but I think Big E does more in the ring than Austin does.
Mhm.
So that's also maybe had played into that too. Yeah, so here's the hope in Big E. Wish him well. I just don't want him to rush things. I know as a wrestler, I've heard at least, I know, but I've heard at least that you as a wrestler, you get impatient, you are inkling to get back, to get that high from the crowd. And I mean, look, you still technically can be with your New Day buddies, just
Yeah.
you can't really wrestle. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You can do little segments here and there, or whatever have you.
Yeah,
But
because Xavier returned to a house show, right, to team up with Kofi this weekend, this
that's
past
it.
week. Yeah,
Mhm.
so they kind of get
And
that.
it was supposed to be Sheamus, Holland, and was it Butch, I guess, versus the New Day.
Oh, that was the plan.
That was the plan for WrestleMania. So, I mean, it sucks obviously in this scenario. But I mean, it wasn't, they didn't have really big plans per se,
Yeah,
if you will. You
it
know what I
wasn't
mean?
probably
It's
going to be a long match either. Yeah.
wasn't going to be a long match either. It sucks, obviously. I'm not trying to undermine, but yeah, so that was the plan though for WrestleMania. Um, and yeah, I hope Big E actually is able to heal and be one of those statistics that help out. Because he fell right on his head, bro. Oh
Yeah.
my god! And the man was still joking and all of that. He's like, "Well, if you're gonna break your neck, you might as well break it in Birmingham."
Mhm.
Like. So kudos to Big E, and everyone loves him. Nothing but heartfelt prayers and comments of love for Big E. That's a man who's getting his flowers like crazy. And it just shows that he's a good dude, that everyone, genuinely cares for the guy in and out of the promotion. It's not a promotional wide thing. It's any person who's ever worked with him. So
Yep.
yeah, hopefully he heals well soon.
Yep. I think him being a strong, or maybe not strong is the right word, but in such good physical shape and being in such good muscles, I guess the strength around his neck, I guess that
Mhm.
helped out also because
Quite
he was
possibly, yeah.
so. You see him. He has big. What are those called? Those traps,
Mhm.
and big shoulders and a huge neck. So that would probably helped him from not being much more serious than it was because, like Justin said, he literally fell on his head. There wasn't sometimes a suplex happens where you see they land on the top of their back and the back of their neck, where that's usually how it's well done. And you're like, ooh, that looked
Mhm.
like it hurt, but this guy fell literally on the top of his head. So
And I wouldn't be surprised if Vince bans that move for a hot minute too. So that belly to belly, specifically that kind,
mhm. Where you have
I
to
wouldn't.
where you have to flip yourself, where you have to
Where you
tuck.
have to flip yourself, I think Vince is gonna get that banned
Mhm.
for a while. I mean, he's done that with the Paul driver. Taker was only able to use it, but that's like a front
A tombstone style. Yeah.
tombstone style, so it's a bit different than a freaking jumping Paul driver. Like
Mhm.
Jesus. Yeah. So that move will probably be banned. Not gonna miss it. There's probably so many other moves you could do aside from that look pretty cool and that are more safe. Like Kenny Omega's snap suplex
Yeah.
looks crazy,
Look.
crazy, but one of the safest moves in the game because
Mhm.
he's holding onto your neck.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So
It's a perfect example. Yes.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna see Finn Balor versus Damon Priest at WrestleMania
Do we care?
because this story did not get resolution on Raw. Finn Balor won again.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
Finn Balor. Well, was this
Priest won.
disqualification? Was this? What do you mean Priest won? Priest
Didn't
didn't
he
win
win?
back the belt.
No, he won the match.
Oh, by disqualification.
Yeah, but it's qualification.
Really?
He didn't win the belt.
Okay. Yeah.
It wasn't by pin?
This is why you got to get your notes, Custom.
Yeah, I guess.
It wasn't pin. It was by pin.
It was by pin for what? It was a non.
I don't. I think it was an untitled match though.
It was an entire match, but it was a pin
Yeah,
because
I think it was for him to face Finn.
because
at
I
Mania.
remember Graves saying Priest is on track for his to retain his title.
Oh, because he had already his. Okay, wait. While the match was fine, it never quite reached
He
the
doesn't
level
trust
of
you.
their encounter from 2 weeks ago. The fact that Priest won in a relatively clean way, you're right, was also a bit strange. I
Look
guess.
at
I guess.
that!
You're
I
right.
guess.
Look
I guess
at
it wasn't.
that. You are telling the truth. Hey,
I guess it wasn't a title match.
you do
But it
a
was
wrestling podcast. You'd think you would know. You're wrestling. Oh my
That's-
god.
I gotta remember taking my notes. But yeah, but it was a good match. I remember it being a good match, though.
Oh, that you
Um,
remember?
Yeah.
Well, because it was a good match.
just-
I mean,
I thought because there was no title change, I for some reason thought it was a DQ or something, but I guess it wasn't. It was just not a title match.
Hmm.
But I enjoyed the little scuffle outside the ring with Theory. So I don't know what's Theory's story with Balor, but at the same time, he's got a
Yeah.
program with Pat McAfee.
I don't know either.
Can you enlighten us a bit here, JLB?
what's wrong? What?
How? What's this thing with? What's this thing with Theory and Balor? With Theory basically being in two programs right now with Balor, because we saw him interfere in this match with Priest and with Pat
Yes.
McAfee.
Okay, so obviously Pat McAfee we know because Vince set that up, and
Mhm.
Austin Theory hates Pat McAfee now. So that's that, and that was set up on the Pat McAfee show. It's done. You're gonna wrestle. I'll find you an opponent. It's gonna be my little bitch. So that's why we know that. Finn Balor, because Finn Balor was the one who had lost against Austin Theory at first. Finn Balor got his redemption the next week, I think. And so I think then Austin Theory attacked him at some point, and now they're just I think they're just playing with this. And I feel like Finn Balor is probably going to show up at the WrestleMania match and give Pat McAfee the win.
continue
In
this
that regard,
rivalry.
because maybe Damian Priest is going to come into the picture too. So I think you're kind of going to see both of them interfere in this match. Yeah, so it's going to be something along those lines. And then you're probably going to see a tag match probably at some point, either on Raw or SmackDown.
Pat
Between
and
them.
Pat and Finn.
Pat and Finn versus Austin
Theory
and
and
Priest. Because you're not doing anything else with any of these freaking wrestlers. So why not mesh them all together?
Yeah, that looks like for a match for the night after WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah. Where is the night after WrestleMania?
Houston, no?
I
It's
guess
not-
it'd be Houston. Yeah,
it's
probably.
not-
From
like,
Dallas to
it's
Houston, that would make
Somewhere
sense,
in
yeah.
Texas.
It's not. It's
Or
not
San
in
Antonio.
Dallas? Usually-
Or San Antonio. One of those three. Or sometimes you. No, I don't think so. I was gonna say maybe Dallas again because they've done that in the past.
Yeah.
But with 2 nights of WrestleMania, I don't know if they'll go back to Dallas on the.
Well, because I think they're on Raw, SmackDown, and Mania in Texas. So
Mhm.
in the Hall of Fame.
and the Hall of Fame.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Which, guys, did you hear of the newest inductee?
So-
They really have nobody. So
No.
Shamel, or whatever the hell her name is, Booker T's wife, who was now like, but what do you mean? She helped Booker. Da, da, da. Okay, that's great. Not Hall of Fame worthy. Oh, but she must have done something before. Yeah, she was a Nitro girl. And guess what? She wasn't even the most popular Nitro girl at that.
No.
And Stacy Keibler was, and I still wouldn't put Stacy in the. Well, I'd maybe put Stacy Keibler in the Hall of Fame as a managerial piece
Yeah.
for the Dudleys,
Mhm.
and whatever
Test.
her Test. She was with Test.
Yeah. Remember, she used to call the fans the testicles.
Right. Yeah.
Thanks for
yeah.
remembering.
Yeah.
for
It's
for
I
making me
tried
remember
to forget, tried to forget it, but you know,
just
just
black it out from our brain.
10 years later, 15 years later, just randomly had to come back into
The
my head.
testicles.
Miss
Uh,
I love it that I could say freely testicles on on a wrestling podcast.
I mean, sure.
She was Miss Hancock in WCW.
Whatever floats your boat, good sir. Whatever floats your boat.
But yeah, you're I don't know why she was inducted.
Yeah.
Put these nuts on a shirt.
Yeah.
I do
straight
have
up.
one. I'll put it one next week. Tune in to watch. But yeah,
Straight
Charnel,
up.
no business. The only relevance she had in the wrestling business was her time as Queen Charnel when after Booker when the King of the
King
Ring and
Booker.
became King Booker. So
Yeah, and she was great. And then I hated Booker T's response. And I get it, you're gonna defend your wife and cool story, but like, bro, don't talk. You're very biased in this situation, clearly.
what did he
Oh,
say?
What did he say? I didn't even see this.
Well, he was just like, oh, you know, guys, she's done a lot. She's helped me. He basically said, like, it's very ego-ish. She's like, oh, but she's helped me be King Booker.
Mhm.
She was the main cause. She was the reason why I was King Booker. Which, okay, cool, fine, great. But I mean, you guys were like married. You would have left the WWE because you were getting married to Shamel, whatever her name. What is it? Shamel?
Shamel,
Charnel.
Shamil, Shamala.
Well, it's
Charnel.
Shamel. I think it's Shome. I'm sorry,
Bro,
I'm
we
really
don't
bad with
care.
names. But Shamel, we don't care. So Shamel, he Booker T was threatening to leave WWE when they got married because he wanted to do other things. And WWE was the one that was like, hey, no, you know what? We'll hire your wife and we'll make you guys on the same brand.
Hmm.
And so he stayed, and then she was there, and then King Booker arrived. Which, okay, fine. Granted, King Booker was great for Booker T's career. It was really, I think he was maybe one of the best kings aside from King Corbin. I really enjoyed King Corbin. And it was great for him. But for Shamel to be in the
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame for that, no bueno. They just have nobody, guys. I think it's just the
I
cause
think
and
they
effect
do
of,
have. I think they do have, but Vince doesn't want them in it.
Oh no. They have people that they could put, of course. But I just also think people aren't accepting it either.
I think that's a big part. Both are big parts.
Both are
There's some
big
people
parts.
Vince doesn't want in that are would be available, and there's some people I'm sure they've
Did you
asked and
hear
that said they don't
talking
wanna do
about that? Did you hear about the which tag team is supposed to be in Hall of Fame this year?
No, which tag?
Take a guess.
it. Oof. Give me an
Okay.
era at least.
Uh,
Yeah, 80s,
late
90s.
'80s, early '90s.
Oh,
The Rockers.
No,
Demolition.
that'll never happen
Why that will never happen?
because Vince doesn't get along with them, and they sued Vince.
Oh, okay.
But two of them, one of them is already in. No, Repo
No.
Man is not in the Hall
No.
of Fame.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought he was. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
one of the. Okay, I'll give you another hint.
Okay.
There's a son that's in NXT.
Oh, the Steiner brothers.
Yeah.
No.
I think the only I heard that too, but I think the only problem here is Scott hasn't accepted yet.
Exactly. And now what I read
And
is
Scott
if-
is stupid, bro. He's gonna ask for stupid money, and
And
Vince
if-
is gonna be like, "Go fuck yourself."
and if Scott does not accept or whatever, they're gonna put only Rick in the Hall of Fame.
Whoa, that's big.
I mean, I'm down with that. I'm cool, but how do you just put Rick in the Hall of Fame? I feel like you need to put the Steiner brothers.
Well,
I don't
you
even
put
think
him
Rick
at-
was a singles competitor in WWE.
Well, he was
In
in the
WCW, he
NWA.
definitely was. Yeah,
In
but in
the
WWE, I don't remember him. As
yeah,
a
in the
single-
NWA, he was single. Also, he was tag team champions with the IRS.
I mean, no, he's a phenomenal, and I guess you can, but I just think the right move is to put the Steiner brothers.
also-
in. It made more of
also-
an impact.
Yeah. Also, will Rick accept to be in the Hall of Fame without his brother? That's another thing too.
That's another thing too. Yeah. Rick seems like a loyal kind of guy.
I mean, he does, but at the same time, if Vince goes, "Hey, I'll get Bronson Breaker to like induct you," and then how are you going to say no to your son helping
Mhm.
induct you into the Hall of Fame? I feel like that would be a dream.
Yeah, I think it would
You
be
know
a
what I
dream for
mean?
him, and it would get Braun to be noticed more, and it would put him over.
Yeah. I almost think that's written in the Bronson
Stars.
Baker is would
Yeah,
be the
most-
one inducting the Steiner brothers. I just
Yeah, it would be
Well,
fitting. Yeah, it would
It
be
would be like
perfect, the
Yeah.
perfect one for
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah.
I mean, that's written in the stars. You know what's not written in the stars? Inner Circle's stupid name change, and they didn't even go with Inner Circle 2.0. I know we talked about this last time. Clearly, I'm still not not over.
But in a
Okay,
way,
so-
he did change the completely. He goes 2.0 was a decision by Bad Creative. So we
Which
are
is not true. He's making fun of them. They were the ones that came out with 2.0.
Mhm.
Not WWE.
no,
It was those two guys. I forget their names now.
they weren't even
But
called WWE in the.
They weren't
they
even
weren't
called
even
2.0.
Weren't
Yeah,
they called
exactly.
Northwest or North something?
Everrise.
Everrise.
Calm your tits.
But 2.0 was their name in the indie scene.
Exactly. Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So I didn't get that
it-
jab
yeah.
at all. That was like
it was weird there because I think maybe he thought it was WWE, but whatever.
maybe. Yeah.
So he was from Bad Creative, and now he gave them back their real names. So
Which
Magic Mike Menard, I guess.
Menard. Menard.
Mike.
Magic Mike Menard, and I like this all in white. It takes courage to do all in white. And Angelo, what's his name? Parker.
Parker.
That's it. Angelo Parker. Yeah.
I think he was
no,
from. I think he's from the West Island.
I thought he was Italian, but whatever.
I mean, it's from the West Island. If you're either Italian or you're from the West Island.
Yeah. It's weird.
Mm.
Yeah. Jericho Appreciation Society.
JAS.
It's not gonna last long.
Yes.
But I did like
No,
I
I
did
think
I
it
did
is,
like the
though.
promo though.
I did like the promo.
The promo
I-
was cool.
Yeah.
I
think that's my top promo, to be honest with you.
in a while, yeah, it was pretty good. Got to his points across where he wanted to make. Explained the whole heel turn. Everything made sense.
Oh.
I even enjoyed, and I knew this was gonna get heat from people, and I know that's why he did it. But the whole pro wrestling, sports entertaining
Oh,
thing,
gold.
For sure.
that was
Gold.
that was amazing. And when Jake Hager says, "Okay, so tell him what we are." So we are what is Lisp? He's amazing. He represent Lisp. Yes. But he said we are JAS and we beat up pro wrestlers. Amazing. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to say much, Jake Hager, and it's better if he doesn't. But that was great.
You just said yes, he's representing Lisp, and then at the same time you also offended him.
But yeah, if
By
I throw him
saying he
flowers,
shouldn't
I got to
be-
throw him under the bus right
Ah,
after.
Jesus. No, just throw flowers. No more throwing under the bus. My whole message has been ruined from the beginning of the show. I tease.
I know. But yeah. But
Yes,
I
he's
enjoy-
representing Lisp, but he should never talk again.
What do you want? I'm a bit of a contrarian here.
Yeah, I'm a contrarian. Huh? I'm from the West Island too, apparently.
But yeah,
fucking
hey
gold.
guys, a quick word. The match really sucked though, but I was impressed with Amos' strength though.
I didn't even watch it.
Against what's his Aziz? How do we pronounce it? Aziz, right?
Who?
So
Akeem?
Omas against Aziz.
Aziz? No, the
guy.
what's his name's bodyguard.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember his name, but Akeem, Aziz something.
Yeah, it's,
Akeem,
I
or
think it's
whatever,
General
yeah.
Aziz. I think they're calling
Okay.
it. But
Okay.
finally, they had these two giants face
Oh,
each
that's
other.
interesting. Okay.
I didn't expect it to be a squash because
Right.
I guess they're really, really pushing Amos. This is
Well, technically, he's the next Hunter the Giant.
well, that's what
Okay, calm
they.
down.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's what they said.
want.
No, but that is what they said. Yes, that is what they compared him to. I think Vince even compared him to Andre once, which is not something that's putting a lot of pressure on the guy's
Yeah.
shoulders.
Poor guy.
But
Pressure.
from this match, I saw right away that they want to push this guy to the moon. But that suplex on Aziz,
I mean, with his height, he's almost there. I don't think that's much far.
yeah, he just needs to reach reach.
He
a
just
bit.
needs to. I
And
can
just
almost
gr-
get there.
and
Vince,
just grab
give
it.
me a push. Vince. All right. I'm in the moon.
All
And
Vince
then,
needs to
and,
tell him
and then
it's not the
Cameron
moon.
Grimes is trilling there. Cameron Grimes is
Yes.
to the moon.
You gotta go on. You don't have to go
Oh.
and reach for that brass ring. You gotta go reach for that moon. Here we go. But yeah, but that suplex was impressive. Aziz is
Yeah,
no,
I gotta check that out. I honestly didn't watch that. Either.
Aziz is no small dude, man. So
I
that
mean,
was-
also pretty impressive as well. Freaking Bianca Belair.
oh yes,
Hello.
yep.
Holy dewdrop.
And I think she even walked around with her on her back there
Yeah, for like
took
a hot minute.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was impressive. So I like we've seen her pick her up before, take 1 or 2 steps. Now we've seen her walk around with her
She's
on her
like,
back.
"What's up, guys?"
What has she got for us at WrestleMania?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, hot
Like, I
diggity
think-
damn.
Yeah, because I think Doudrop might interfere there somewhere somehow or try to interfere because it seems like
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's good for Doudrop to keep doing something with Bianca, but they just gotta give her a different name and change her up a bit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the tights ain't working. I don't mind that she's big. It's whatever. But what she's wearing doesn't work. They got to change it up. I think everything is in the outfit. It really makes the character.
Mhm.
So I don't know. You got to change it up a bit to something different. Make her wear like street gear. Maybe that might change something.
yeah, and the
you
leather
know-
jacket over the gear doesn't do it. You need more than
No,
that.
no, that's it. You need. I don't know. You know what I mean? There's got to be something else there.
They have to
But
find
yeah,
something
that
to
was
do.
pretty impressive. And my mom had been like saying, "Oh, I hope she doesn't break her back." I'm like, she's been doing body lifts or deadlifts or and whatever. She's been resistance training since high
Mhm.
school days. Like,
Yep.
I'm sure her back is gonna kill when she's older. But if anybody knows how to properly lift, it's Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
So
And she had done it with Otis too, right? And
yeah,
in that sports challenge with Bailey, she had
That's it.
she had to put Otis and run. I guess what it was, a yard or a yard and a half with Otis on his back. So she knows what she's doing, I guess. But like you
Right.
said, maybe later on she'll feel it. But for now, she's okay. She'll just wake up with a few aches and pains. But it's the what do they call it? The irks. Is it irks? Or that's not even a word of the job, I guess. Or the perks. Irks. How? The perks
so
of the job.
fun little tweet here. The Young Bucks had put on their little profile on Twitter.
Yes, I saw this.
Super kicks, Canadians, top suicidas, and even that thing when you run away from the opponent in the corner and do that dumb slide thing. All welcome. And this, of course, is alluding to because Control Your Narrative has released their rules for what they allow on their show, which ironically, on a show called Control Your Narrative, has quite a lot of limitations. You can't do any super kicks. You can't do any top suicidas or any kind of diving whatsoever. But apparently, you can still control your narrative and wrestle as you want
So basically, no
without doing
spots.
those. No spots. Yeah, basically big hoss wrestling.
And
Essentially.
that Canadian thing,
Which-
was that they banned Canadian destroyers?
Oh, maybe that's possible
Well, that
Yeah.
sounds like a boring time.
because they said Canadians. So, but that's weird. Super kicks,
Yeah.
Canadians.
Maybe no Canadians.
Maybe no Canadians in this federation. I don't think that was part of the rules, but I wouldn't be surprised.
That is weird. Yeah, you limit
But I
them.
mean, whatever. I think this is a failing fall pit of stupidity. It's not going to work. Maybe with EC, them as a faction would have worked, but not them as promoters. I think Braun has too much heat on him for being a hothead. EC3 is a little bit egotistical, but I don't think he's as hated as Braun is. And then, of course, you have Alex.
Travet? God rest his soul.
Yeah.
What's
Alex.
his
O'Reilly, not O'Reilly. Alex Shelley and Alex Shelley. It's probably not even Alex.
I know you're talking about.
Guy who's not vaccinated. He says a lot of stupid shit.
I'm blank.
where did he wrestle before?
TNA, right? TNA. In NXT as well. He has a beard. TNA, NXT has a beard. He's
Has
no
a
longer
beard.
with the company. Ryan, fudge, just had it.
Not Kendrick. Brian Kendrick.
Aries, Austin Aries.
Oh, Austin Aries. Austin Aries.
Alex, that's why I couldn't.
Austin Aries. Oh, he's with the Control Your Narrative also?
Yeah,
You talk Cross is not with them no more?
Cross was
No,
never-
Cross has apparently signed with New Japan.
Yeah.
And will be joining New Japan. I think he announced it yesterday on Twitter. I didn't see the
I
video.
posted that. Yeah, I saw that.
that he will be. He announced the date that he will be joining.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
And
it's Austin Aries. Yeah, he was in WWE.
yeah, that's
He
and
was-
he was in Impact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, it was a big
I
part
thought
of
it was
TNA
crazy.
Impact. Yeah.
That's it, right? Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I didn't even watch your first Control Your Narrative.
Oh, they had a show already.
They already had the show.
Where
yeah.
they broadcast on YouTube, or they have a deal?
I think you have to pay for it though. You have to pay
Yeah, you have a
on
TV
one of those Fight or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
That's
Go
an
And
check
they
it
even
interesting-
out.
have like a rage cage, but like if you get the VIP package, I think these are more for fans. You get to yell at a wrestler for 3 minutes and they can't do anything to you.
Oh,
But I mean, you're like paying for that. It's like $300.
wow.
Like no.
Yeah,
problem.
I give this 3 months and it closes down.
Yeah, I mean, Braun just kind of shot himself in the foot with the whole bashing indie wrestlers when COVID was happening
Mhm.
and all that. So I think that
He said he would never
really
wrestle
gonna
in
go
the
away.
independent scene, and here he is.
Because no one's gonna pay him ridiculous amounts of money that he's asking either. So you know, like he just shot himself in the foot. He's gonna have to do something else. Like I don't know, man. Go be a lumberjack or something, because you ain't gonna make it in this wrestling business. You've left such a sour taste in so many people's mouths.
Name
yeah.
recognition won't do it.
Nope,
I agree.
not at all.
Moving on.
Yeah, sorry. Just thought I'd point that out.
Well, it's fine.
So, what do you guys think of the heel turn on Raw?
We're still talking about Raw.
Oh, yeah. We are wrestling talk now, and not all
Yes.
elite talk now.
Yeah, not all elite talk now.
Well, that's
We're
actually a
not
good name.
dynamite talking.
But
Talking
the-
dynamite.
So apparently, Street Profits are heel now.
Not
what?
yet, technically, though. Not
Well, I didn't-
entirely.
I didn't
Well,
see
the
that.
the turn
say.
is not complete.
Did he
Let's
drop
just-
the N bomb?
I didn't notice if he
Did
did.
you hear that? I don't know. I thought I heard him when he was talking to his partner.
To
I
Angelo?
thought he
Yeah.
said, yeah. But he said it really quick. And I'm like,
Or maybe
No, I
he
didn't
didn't
hear
mean to
that.
say it, but he was.
no,
like,
but that's it. I don't know.
he
I
pulled
should
the Booker
definitely
T there.
rewatch Raw.
he
I
pulled the
do not
Booker T
know.
there by mistake.
I didn't see this.
I don't. Yeah, I did.
So
see
you
that,
you don't think? Well, okay, I can't say it's a complete heel turn,
yet at least.
but we're definitely starting to see an attitude change, though.
yes.
Uh,
But I mean, at the same time, it's also kind of like It could be also I'm a face. I'm pissed off, and we deserve to get a title shot too.
yeah, it could
kind
be
of
because
thing.
that's what.
And you know
basically-
what? It's about time. And I think the fans
Yep.
would be on their side with that.
Yep.
I feel like Randy Orton is going to turn on
on Riddle,
Riddle, unless they do a swerve and they get Riddle to turn on
totally Randy
Orton.
Orton move to make, no doubt about that. And
Yeah.
he seems like he's having too much of a good time for this to last, and he's having too much good praise for Riddle for this to last much longer. I don't see Randy being this joyful for much longer. So yeah, I
What the
definitely see a heel turn coming.
It is
Um,
quite different, though. It is kind of cool.
No, you see that he is
to see
enjoying
Randy
himself.
like that.
That's no doubt that you see he's enjoying himself. As just for me as a fan, I've been watching him for 15 years. He doesn't last long as that pretty babyface character usually. So
Right.
we see him turn very quickly, and that's just what the Viper does, right?
Right.
That's his MO. So
It's a symbol.
so give it to Riddle. I think we could have an amazing program with Riddle and Randy, with 2-3 matches back and forth with these guys. I think would be great.
Mhm.
But I don't see who's gonna take like Street Profits get the belts and have their heel turn complete at WrestleMania. I'm down for it. Like, give me these guys. Montez Ford is one of the most athletic guys I've seen. The height this guy can reach is crazy. That match with Riddle, and I know Riddle's amazing and Riddle carries a lot, but that was a very good match. So I'm intrigued to see where this heel turn, if it's gonna come do the whole 360 and complete.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of down for it, to be honest with
Yep.
you.
I'm
it's kind of the
interested to see
Bayley
Montez
situation.
Montez as a heel on the mic.
Yeah, straight up. Because I mean, in NXT, it worked for them to be that face kind of thing. For some reason, on WWE, it doesn't, or it's just because we've seen it for so long too.
Yeah, became
Um,
kind of stale. Yeah.
kind of stale. So yeah, I'm down. It worked for Bailey, guys. You know, for the longest time, we hated Bailey as face. It was just over and thing. Turned heel. Boom. Oh my God, you're a whole new person. I love you now. You're freaking awesome. All you needed was to be heel. You know what I mean? And we love you. Like,
Like we
so
said
maybe
before.
that'll work for the Street Profits.
Yeah, like some people are better off as heels. Some people are better off as faces. Can pull it off better one way or the other. And
Yeah.
I want to see how Montez can be as a heel, or the whole Street Profits. Maybe they can do a better job, because maybe that shtick, the whole shtick, like I said, runs stale after a while. We want
Mhm.
the smoke. The what do they call the cups? There's a word for those cups, right? The party cups, I guess. Yeah, party cups.
I
Uh,
mean, there's technically another word for them, but yeah.
yeah, but yeah, everybody
Red
knows
cups,
the red
big
cut.
cups.
Those
Yeah.
red. Yeah, there's a word because they use it
There's
on.
a
They
name.
use. Yeah.
Yeah.
Costco
They-
cup.
What is it?
Costco cups.
It's not a cup.
Costco cups. That would have been
Definitely.
amazing. That would have been good. That's a good
I
name.
mean, they have
actually.
Costco there, so
But that whole stick wasn't gonna last longer. We need some concrete promos about something, like about the program they're into, and not just the same one liners. That's what I meant to say. All right, now we can go to All Elite.
Thank blue Jesus God.
oh, as long as the king says now we can go, we're good. I mean, do you want to talk about your NXT 2.0 though?
Oh well, yeah. Actually, the Dolph Ziggler kept the belt,
Oh, okay.
Dolph
And,
Ziggler.
and Braun came out and basically challenged Dolph for Stand and Deliver, which
Okay.
I don't know if we talked about. I think we did last week, right? It's on the same night as night one,
WrestleMania.
as WrestleMania night one.
I mean, I'm not
So
watching, I guess. So it's
I'm
cool.
going from you do it in night two, so we don't have 8 hours of wrestling, to put 8 hours of wrestling on Saturday and another three and a half on Sunday. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to
Why
be a
don't they
lot
just
for
do
people.
it on Friday after
don't know.
SmackDown or before SmackDown or something? Do it like Friday afternoon.
When are they doing the Hall of Fame?
After SmackDown.
After SmackDown?
Hmm.
I guess there was a way to do something there. I don't know.
Yeah, straight up. You just do it like on Friday afternoon. Why do you gotta bombard us with so much wrestling?
Because but there's no rest. There's no fan access this year. Huh?
Oh, there's no fan access.
Well, I mean, there's something because the WWE wanted volunteers. So
Oh.
whatever that was that they wanted volunteers for.
Because it's probably to cover the seats.
No. It was volunteers for like they're not gonna pay you. They're volunteers for Thursday to Monday. You're kind of at this place greeting people, and you get to keep a shirt and a hat, and you get to be in a raffle for Monday Night Raw.
Sign me
because
up.
it is 100,000 people. I don't know how they won't fill up that stadium twice.
No, but I don't get how you're gonna just try and convince people to go. And the thing is, you might not even see. I guess it's not a fan access then, though, because it's more for stuff to take pictures with wrestling memorabilia and stuff like that. So I
okay.
guess it's not a full-fledged fan access. I guess. Well, I mean, guys, we're still in fucking COVID, huh? Like it's still a thing. Just because a lot of stuff is going away doesn't mean everyone's these big companies are just gonna get okay, guys, let's go ape shit. Let's go. You know?
Yeah, of course. I think it's more like instead of a fan access, it's more like a glorified meet and greet, basically. Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Something more along those lines. Yeah, so that's it. So Zolf. Oh my God, Dolph and Dolph Ziggler against Braun at Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
I don't know if there's gonna be some other Champa involved in some way or cases. They're teasing it, but for now it's only Braun Breaker, also known as the younger Steiner. Versus.
Do you think they're gonna do a Breaker versus Ciampa at Mania or something?
No, I was thinking maybe throw in Ciampa back into this as a triple threat, but since they already did it, and I guess they want to put this whole point is to try to put Braun over
Right.
at WrestleMania weekend, so he can start on the main roster following. So that's why I don't know. At the same time, I want to. They have to put him over somewhere or another. But at the same time, I don't see him winning back the belt because I see him moving on to the main roster. But Dolph keeping the belt, I don't know. That's why I think Ciampa is still a missing piece here in this match.
That's fair.
Mm.
And that's all that kind of happened. And yeah, that's all that was the big news from NXT.
Yeah, I wasn't. The other were small matches. Tony D'Angelo promo with nothing really of significance. So that was really
Okay.
I guess because Stand and Deliver. I don't know how many matches they've announced for that, but I think only the tag team match so far and the World Championship match have.
Is
been announced.
MSK still together?
Yes, they are, and there were because the tag team champions that now I'm getting a blank. Imperium, sorry, their opponents have a little kind of injury. The Creed brothers were jumped basically last week, not this week, but last week in the parking lot. And so MSK kind of said,
Guys,
okay,
ADD
if
over
Creed brothers won't be ready, then we'll take up that title shot.
Okay.
So that might also be a triple threat at Stand and Deliver, which Imperium, MSK, and Creed brothers in a triple threat. Like, wow,
That does
like,
sound fire.
That's
Yeah.
3 different styles attacking each other. Great.
That'd be a good time.
So so that's NXT. I'll keep you in the loop for the next following ones before Stand.
Well, thank you, Costa.
I mean, crazy kid, crazy.
Dynamite.
But you know, Costa works too. Dynamite.
Yeah, boy. I think it was much better than last week's.
It was better than last week's, I'd say.
Well,
yeah.
the fans were into it.
Oh yeah, fans were. It was in San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Which is Thunder Rosa's hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's it.
fans were very, very loud and into every single
sure.
popped at every single moment. Yeah.
Well, I
very
think
good
this is
crowd.
the first time they got an AEW though, so it's a little bit different, right? Because now
Mm-hmm.
AEW is getting more places under their belt where they haven't been yet, and I think San Antonio is one of those places.
Mhm.
So the fans were excited.
Yep. And San Antonio is a wrestling
Yeah.
city.
Oh,
More than Houston, because I think they've been to Houston once.
Did you guys notice that the ring was smaller than usual?
I didn't notice. Good eyes there.
I mean, he could just be seeing things too, not necessarily good eyes, but
because-
maybe it was for the cage.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
that
saying.
makes sense.
Because the people saying that it was most likely because of the cage.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes
Yeah,
sense. It
I
would be
mean
for
that's
that
very
reason.
possible. I mean, all it is boards, right? So you can just cut another board, make it smaller. Hey, we got to put the
All
cage.
it is boards, you know.
Because WWE is the one with the biggest ring, right? 16 by
Yeah.
21, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, heated.
Heated ring?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is not a heated ring. Stop it.
That would be cool. Like,
I mean, what is this? Let me get a bump and then get massaged by the heat afterwards. Ooh, a heated ring.
Go on YouTube after and look at the dictionary. The
I'll go on YouTube to look at the dictionary. I'll get every word. I hope someone's made that. That'd be kind of cool. Someone going
Semantics.
through the dictionary.
but yeah,
Back to
usually,
wrestling.
ROH had, I think, the smallest one at
Yeah.
a 16 by 16, I think.
It's
I
not
might have the
TNA.
measurements wrong, but
Well,
it's
maybe
around there.
GCW probably had the smallest one.
It's not TNA that has the smallest.
Well, I
Well,
mean, TNA is kind of different. You had the
When they had the six side,
three
right?
six-sided ring there. Yeah,
Mhm.
The Lucha Libre.
not Lucha Libre. Do not make fun of Lucha Libre.
I'm not. I love Lucha Libre. Arriba.
I mean, they just did that. Yeah, but Lucha Libre didn't even do that. Lucha Libre was still 4 sides. TNA just went weird with it. They just
Oh no, I
went,
think he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about not AAA, the other one,
Yeah.
CML.
Yeah.
That's Federation in
Oh,
Mexico.
they had a
They have
six-thing
a-
ring.
A
Okay.
hexagon, yeah, right.
With a big logo of Corona.
Hey, don't get the Corona, drink the Corona.
Oh, you guys! Just a little side note. I think it's worth mentioning. He did wrestle in WWE, but Cain Velasquez
What
was
is it?
arrested last week.
Yes.
Oh, so he was actually arrested?
Yeah. For sure.
yeah. He's in jail right now. There's a big
Oh.
movement trying to get him out, but he's still in jail now, pending. I think the first, not the trial, but the first. Uh, I don't know where they
So
present
what
the.
was the story though? He had attempted to kill someone, or he killed someone.
He shot somebody.
He shot somebody who
Basically,
apparently
this
was
guy,
going
this
after his kid or something, right? Or
I
someone's
think it's
kid.
his niece. I'm not sure.
His
I'm not
niece.
sure. I don't know if it because they never mentioned it's his son, but they mentioned it's somebody in the
No,
family.
it's someone in the family. Yeah, that's it.
So I think
Okay.
it's his
La
niece.
Familio.
I think it's his niece. So this guy sexually harassed the niece from the stories we know,
Jesus.
and so he went after the guy and he shot at him. But Cain Velasquez is not a gangster, I guess. So he didn't hit the guy; he hit his father. And,
He killed the wrong guy?
well, I don't think he's dead. I could be wrong
Oh.
though, but I don't think he's dead. I think he just ended up in the hospital.
Oh, but Kane, bro,
Yeah,
you got hands, kid. What
that's
are you
exactly
doing?
what Chris Jericho said. Yeah, like you should have just beat the guy to death, if anything.
Yeah,
instead of
straight up.
shooting at
I
him.
mean, and you would
One way or the other,
condoning
their
one way or
weapons
the other,
Yeah.
but I mean, damn.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
everybody
Jesus.
around the wrestling world and the MMA, you're starting to see the free Kane T-shirts and posts on Twitter. It's a very complex situation.
Yeah.
You know, only people that are in those shoes would react the way they react. So I'm not going to judge on how he reacted when something like that so serious happens.
That's
But
that's a bit messed up. Yep.
but just for people out there, kids, you know. Call the cops and get the cops to do the
Punch before shoot.
don't don't be a vigilante basically and
Yeah.
don't go try to do some stuff that might get you in trouble. So I just wanted to mention Kane. Yeah.
Back
Damn.
to Dynamite.
Thank you.
So yeah.
He's so on Dynamite. He's just
so
but
yeah.
Dynamite,
So
guys,
that was
but Dynamite.
yeah. So we talked about the Jericho appreciation promo, which we all agreed was a good promo.
Right. Fire.
Then came John Moxley and Bryan Danielson.
Oh, I missed this. I missed it. And apparently I missed a really good match.
It was a
good
very
match.
good match. So last week they faced Jobbers, and this week they
Right.
ended up facing Chuck Taylor and Yuta Wheeler, which very good match.
Yuta.
I think a point of this match was to put Yuta over because Yuta looked very good in this match.
Nice.
Yeah, very good.
Well, he's
gonna-
going to be joining them technically, right?
That's
Looks
what
like
he
it.
slaps
looks like it.
Yuta.
Yeah.
It looks like it. Yeah.
He got the
That's fire.
what do we call the slap of approval
Yeah.
of William Regal?
The kiss of death. The kiss of death in a good way.
Now the kiss
So, yeah,
of
he goes
death.
to
The kiss of death is what's her name?
Jade.
Jade.
Jade. Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah. So after the match, Yuta looks at his partners and he's like looks at the ring and seems like he's gonna go join. So he walks in, extends his hand, and William just slaps.
And it was a solid one.
Oh yeah, it was a good one because bro, he
Yeah.
felt it. He felt it.
He felt, oh, yeah. Rigo's
And
like,
then I
I'll
don't
get
know-
my slap in. Screw it.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the slap 2 weeks ago when he slapped John and Brian, those were hard slaps also. So
Okay.
it feels cool because he was kind of telling him, like, okay, go see your friends before this ends up in a violent way, kind of thing. But it looks like they're forming a faction. So
Nice.
William Regal faction, take my money.
Yeah.
Oh, straight up. That's fire. And then I can't wait till he goes, I can't wait to see you all at Blood and Guts. Because he did
And
the
I liked
same
him on
shit with War
commentator, too.
Games for NXT. So.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, but something that I saw this week, I don't know if it was fake or not, but I saw he was put on the active roster on the website.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we might see William Regal back in the ring.
I don't think so.
I don't.
Well,
think
if Sting can do it,
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
fair.
maybe like a full-fledged like wrestling match. Obviously, it's going to be like Regal. I mean, maybe.
wow, I will love it. Take my money.
I don't know.
Every penny.
I mean, he's also been really sick, Pat, recently, right?
Well, I think that's what he mentions. Well, that's what he got pissed out about, were people saying that he was dying or that he had a disease or something. Then he
But I
came out.
think he did have something, but he said he was fine now.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. He said he was really bad, in really bad shape in 2018. That's what he said. That's what he said after,
Right.
when he called out the people that were spreading this. He goes, "Guys, I'm perfectly fine now. What was wrong with me and my hard times were in 2018." But I guess he
okay.
goes more into detail, if anybody's interested, into the Talk is Jericho with
Yes.
William
Oh,
Regal.
he was on Talk is Jericho
Yeah.
this week?
So
Nice.
if you
I
guys
gotta
like
check that out.
podcasts, you like wrestling podcasts, and want to know more about William Regal, that's the podcast to go
Excellent.
listen to.
Nice. And we'll have the link down in the Doobly Doos just because why not? We have all the other links down in the Doobly Doos.
Do we?
That's
Do we? Do we really?
We do. We do.
Mhm.
Oh.
So yeah, Hardy Boys first match. Weren't you guys excited?
No, not Hardy
Yeah,
Boys.
I mean, dude, that was
the Hardys,
Hardy's.
sorry.
The Hardys.
Hardys.
The Hardy.
The Hardys.
So I guess
No boys.
WWE have the trademark to the Hardy Boys.
Yeah,
They have the
That's what we're-
boys.
okay.
I guess they have the boys. But I mean, the
Yeah.
Hardys worked. I was fine with the Hardys.
I like the
Yep.
Hardys.
Hardy's all right, better than the Hardy Bros.
Yeah.
Hardy Bros. Yeah, for sure.
So,
That would have got all kinds of memes. Yeah, no, the Hardys. Now Justin Roberts says the Hardys, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That works.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it was cool. It was fun to see Jeff, like go and
Do
do
his
stuff
thing.
again, do his thing. Brought a little nostalgia. It is what it is. But it just goes to show you how kind of limited or not so loose WWE lets you be in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if you compare Jeff Hardy's most recent match in AEW to Jeff Hardy's last or second last or whatever, third last match or his last run in the WWE, is definitely a lot more slower.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know why Vince does that. I know he wants to control things and whatever. He has a certain way, a certain image and whatnot. But, I mean, I don't know, man. Just let them be more casual in the ring, I guess, because it's a clear difference from night and day with Jeff in AEW and WWE
Well,
in
of
the
course.
sense that just he's doing the same moves. It's nothing really different there,
It's just the
but
pace.
they
Yeah.
feel more flawless. It's the pace.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Even
agree. I
Matt
saw the same
seemed
thing.
better.
Yeah.
I guess this is
I guess all he needed was his brother. You know what I mean? He's happy when his brother's there. And a
Yeah.
little motivazione. you
with
know?
all the gimmicks he's tried since going into AEW.
Yeah.
Not many of them working out. I guess it feels good for him going
Well,
back
I
to
think,
something he knows will work.
and I think he's also they're gonna do the brother Nero
Yeah.
broken mat thing anyways too.
Oh, I hope they
so,
do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can't wait for some Hardy compound shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be fire.
Because we're already seeing Jeff using the delete
to delete exactly.
motion, and I think Jim Ross actually
Yeah.
called him Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
Yeah. When he came in,
yeah.
when he did
so,
this debut.
yeah. So
Snap! I didn't catch that.
so there's so yeah, they're definitely teasing this.
I tried
Maybe-
to tune out JR, so
How? Why? Why would you do that?
he says enough stupid shit for me to do that. I'm good. I'll
Oh,
just I just tune in
come on.
Excalibur making fun of JR unintentionally.
Come on.
He did this week, though. He did this week.
Did he? Which one? Which part?
It was kind of he was mumbling something about
He
about
doesn't even know.
about a match.
See?
No, I know it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, he was
Called
mumbling.
notes.
He was mumbling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
no
job.
notes. That's what happens. He was mumbling about something about the match. I think it was Daniel Bryan being a technical, I don't know, masterpiece or something like that. And Excalibur's like, okay, but back to the match, kind of thing. Like it was like surprised of like that making absolutely no sense. But I have to go back and watch
Okay.
it. to-
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. JR, I love you. I get it. Legendary commentator, cool. Get his ass backstage. Just get off the mic. He's not in it. I know he loves it and whatever, But I mean, I don't know, bro. Like eventually it's just making him look stupid though. That's kind of the thing. It's not, I get he loves it and whatever. Thank God for Excalibur. But no one but it's also hard to fill Excalibur shoes in that regard. You know what I mean? This guy's a crazy wrestling geek. Just this is not JR's time. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know a lot of these wrestlers. He's learning. I get it. But I mean, just have him there for the you know what that means in the beginning. And then yeah, then that's it. And then end with AEW.
I wouldn't mind if they switched.
Or switch. Have him
Put
do
him,
like a match.
or yeah, or just for
Or
specific
like the main
matches,
event.
or the
Have
main
him do the
event
main
or
event.
something. Yeah,
Or have him do old WWE guys. Um,
make it like a
no,
special thing. Make it
no,
like
but
a
that's what I
special
mean.
thing.
He does a Hardy's match. You know what I mean? He'll do a Miro match. He'll do a Moxley match. He'll do a Daniel Bryan match.
She's gonna be there for the whole
Wrestlers he
2 hours.
Well, no, but wrestlers he knows. Wrestlers he knows though. He shouldn't be there for Young Bucks.
He might call them
versus
by their
Red
WWE names.
Dragon. Oh yeah, that's true too. That's also just have him there for the main event.
Yes, main event
And
is good.
But welcome to AEW. It's Wednesday night. You know what
You know
that
what that
means.
means.
And main event and so long from AEW. I'm good old JR with Excalibur. We'll see you next week. That's it. That's all I need from JR. You have that nostalgia, and then you get the F out.
I'm fine with
And
him.
have Tony Schiavone not do the talking for the interviews, and have JR do them.
Mhm.
That's it. JR will still get his TV time. He'll still feel like he's wanted.
And
And
Scavone still has his mojo.
Yeah, that's it. And he still have his mojo. He'll be good. Because JR tends to get excited when he's on the mic, though, interviewing. So it's actually better for him. Because he's more of an interviewer
Mhm.
where he doesn't act stupid. He doesn't act stupid when he's in interviews. So not, so I don't know. I try it out.
He gets too carried away now. Yeah.
He does get too carried away. Like, you know what I mean? And it makes him look stupid. And I'm not trying to put anything on him, like, or anything like that. It's just, bro, learn. You know what I mean? Try to catch on what's going on. Like, some of your comments are just really silly, especially to be on live TV. Tony Khan's probably not going to say anything because he's a wrestling nerd and he loves you, and that's great. But eventually, the guy is going to have to say, "Yo, JR, like, bro, like, you're ridiculous." Like, he's legendary though, so that's why no one's saying anything. I
Yeah.
just think it's time for him to not be there for the full 2 hours.
No one wants to blaspheme JR.
No, that's it. I mean, the guy's been through a lot too, and I get
Yeah.
it. But I mean, at some point too, like, bro, it's not going to do anything to your legacy because your legacy, I feel like, can't be tarnished. I mean, if the Kiss My Ass Club didn't do anything to your legacy, I don't think you saying stupid shit on AEW will. Until he says something like really stupid.
Hey yo,
Hey,
I
yo,
just came here to say that JLB is a whore and merch.
Merch at Percent Podcast.
It couldn't be a podcast without Casey coming and call JLB.
No, that's it. That's it. It is what it is. I'm still getting my bills paid, yo.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What, we're getting paid?
No, that's what I mean.
That's what I mean, he says. So I guess we were wrong about the trios match. Adam Page found his partners, and it wasn't the Young Bucks.
Right.
It was Jurassic Express. Well, it's a good match too, though. How'd you guys like that
Yeah.
match?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. That was a great match.
It wasn't. Well,
It was good. I mean, it was
Adam
a good
Cole.
match.
No, it was a good match. I like the match. Adam Cole got over on the
Mhm.
match. Who was the guy that got pinned? It was Jungle Boy or Lucha?
I think it was Lucha, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Lucha.
Not because I just don't remember. I remember it's
That was
from,
the first match. Hold on. Let me get my little.
because I know
review over
Fish
here.
was holding back Adam Page from coming and stop the count, but I don't remember who got pinned. I just know it wasn't Adam Page, but they were never going to.
No, that's it. It won't be Page for sure. I am scrolling through the
Really?
match here. So probably easier just to Google. But oh, this match was long.
Mm-hmm.
Hot diggity damn. It went to 2 commercials.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
So
On Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy, yeah.
So Adam Cole, presented the boom on Jungle Boy. So Jungle Boy gets the cover. Okay, that's interesting because, like we talked about last week, we think it's time that maybe Jungle Boy gets a bit more of a singles push here.
Yo, I would kill for some Jungle Boy versus Adam Cole. Like singles.
Yeah.
I feel like we seen that? I feel like we maybe did.
Nope, I don't think we did.
No?
I don't think we did. And I think it would be a perfect main event for a Rampage.
Even a Dynamite. I'd be down for it to be on a Dynamite. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I'd be down for it anytime.
Anytime.
But if you could give them
Who's the whore now?
if you could give them 25 minutes, 25 minutes, 20 minutes is already long. So 20 minutes as the main event on Rampage.
You're not going to give them those extra 5 minutes? Oh, really? You're that salty? Oh, 25 is too long.
No, because
no bueno.
5 minutes is a long time in a match, in a wrestling match. Sometimes wrestling matches go 8 minutes, and I'm like, whoa, that was long, man.
So you love
because you're watching. That's because you're watching WWE.
So you love Lesnar's matches then?
What'd you say, John?
You love Lesnar matches then?
Lesnar?
Yeah.
Not
like 2 minutes long.
No.
Well, sometimes, not anymore. He's kind of been really extending his matches a tad. I hate his German suplexes, though.
I'm always down for some Suplex City. I'm always down.
I'm always weary, though.
For some
I'm always weary. After the Lashley German suplexes, and then we find out that Lashley got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of like, I feel like Brock doesn't know his own strength.
Yeah,
which is my problem with that. You know, like,
that's my
and I feel
problem.
like he's eventually going to hurt someone.
Especially when you're throwing a guy like Bobby Lashley who weighs a lot himself. It's very important to throw him properly and make sure he lands properly.
Absolutely.
Because it could be very painful. We don't know if he got hurt because of that. We're not starting any rumors or anything, but it could be that it had something to do with those suplexes. Guaranteed.
Well, didn't they say it was? Didn't they say he got hurt at the Royal Rumble?
No, they said it was a concussion from the.
Oh no, but I mean the legit reason.
Oh, the legit reason I never.
The dirt sheets. Didn't they say he got injured at the Rumble, or he was dealing with shoulder issues, and the Rumble helped kind of speed that up into a full-fledged injury?
No? I knew I had read that he was dealing with shoulder problems, but I don't remember reading something where they talk about like when it happened. I remember knowing the kayfabe version, but not the
right. Okay, fair enough. Either way, this wouldn't be the first time Brock's hurt someone, so you know.
No, that's fair. That's also true. Yeah. Yeah. So that was that's the good match tag team. So Red Dragon will be the next tag team champions, and then continue the feud with the Young Bucks. Young boys, yeah.
The Young Boys. Yeah, I'd say that's where that's going.
So Casey's confirming what JLB was saying, shoulder injury from the match at Rumble. Oh, actually, no, he's not confirming. He's saying it happened at Rumble. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So he's confirming.
Yeah, so it makes sense. What you guys
and plus, if
saying.
You say it's confirming, it makes him feel more special that he did the breaking news.
Okay, so
let him have that. He's
confirming. So from the Suplex City to the Powerbomb Symphony, we take Wardlow versus Scorpio Sky. So basically, this ended like what we thought it was going to end, right?
Well, why didn't CM Punk come and help?
Okay, but before we say anything about that,
okay,
as Sky as champion, does it make you guys less care about that title?
I mean, to be fair, I didn't really care for it before either.
But do you really care at all anymore? Like,
no,
zero.
I mean, I care the same way though. I didn't really care for it before, and I still don't care for it now. Really, it doesn't change for me. I didn't care when Sammy had it.
Okay.
I didn't care when Miro had it. I cared when Cody had it, and I cared when Brody had it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I cared at those times, And when Jungle Boy had it, I think.
Jungle Boy
I
didn't
can't.
have it.
No? Okay. So maybe I
Darby.
just wish Darby had it. Those were the only three I cared about. After that, I didn't care.
I would be lying to say I haven't lost a bit of interest since the Cody and Brody TNT champion days.
Yeah, that
For
right.
sure.
It's Cody and Brody.
But I still think it has a certain importance. Like everybody that
No, it
listens,
does. It does. It's just they're not giving it to us. And it's not about the
Hmm.
wrestler, it's just about the storylines.
Mhm, mhm.
'Cause I really,
think.
I was watching that match. And I'm like, I really don't care about this match. Like
Well,
at
I
all.
mean, I thought it was interesting because this was Wardlow's first opponent that wasn't a jobber, so I did enjoy that.
Mhm.
Well,
Um,
that's true.
I don't get why, and it was cool for Scorpio Sky to still win with cheating, and MJF got involved. I don't get why CM Punk didn't get involved though. Just for this, you don't have to have a feud with what did he say?
Yeah,
Can't wait for you to talk about
it's Daddy Magic, not Magic Mike.
Daddy-
You're right, Casey. Yes, we talked about it at the beginning of the podcast. And Cool Hands, that was the nickname that he gave Angelo Parker. Cool Hands. Angelo
Oh,
Parker.
cool hands, Angelo Parker.
Cool hands. Cool hands. Cool
I said at the beginning, Casey. I said it was they called him Magic Mike Menard, but it was you're right. It's
Oh, okay. Because Magic Mike Menard, I feel like they would get sued.
Jing.
yes. There's probably some copyright.
Boom.
issues
Channing
there,
Tatum would be like, "No bueno, guys. I'm the only Magic Mike around here."
Boom. Boom. Anyway,
Okay. Now you're gonna start
So-
stripping over here.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
wow.
so but basically, then MJF he basically demolished Wardlow, and yes, obviously
the-
that's the feud that's going to happen.
Can somebody confirm this for me? Was this a DQ?
Yes,
No, it was a pin.
no, it was a pin. MJF came and he hit Wardlow on
With
the
the ring?
pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the ring, but the referee
And-
didn't see because the referee was dealing with someone else.
Oh, okay.
And then he threw Wardlow in the ring. Wardlow
And
was still
that's-
dazed. Scorpio Sky rolled it up 1, 2,
Okay.
3, and then
And then
MJF
the-
and his goonies came to beat the shit out of him.
The further beating continued. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
And for some reason, CM Punk didn't come and help.
and
Yeah.
Spears became again still a mid card.
Yep. There's just
Well-
there's no light at the end of the tunnel for Sean Spears.
Yeah, I don't know what he's missing. I don't know what it is exactly, but I mean, this is the most popular he's been, unfortunately, in AEW,
And the most relevant
so-
too.
and the most relevant. But yeah, I don't know what it is. There's something there that just
The most powerful.
move in all of Spence Entertainment.
Hmm.
I don't know if he's talking about the Powerbomb Symphony or the Diamond Ring of Death.
I think what Spears has to do is leave MJF.
No, that's not even the issue though, because,
Well,
we
because
didn't care about him
I think you
beforehand.
get lost
either.
in the shuffle.
Well, he was popular when it with the feud with Cody in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was only popular because he showed his shorts. No one really cared about him either.
Well, that chairman, the beginning of the whole chairman gimmick.
Yeah, it was
It
good.
was good.
wa-
It was
was
good for the
good.
first 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it completely.
Then
There's
it
no.
just died. There was no
the
roll up.
roll up.
Oh, yes, that's a valid point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Most
Yeah.
innovative, most entertaining, most innovative, most powerful, most
But
In all of
craziest
sports.
move in all the sports entertainment. The roll up
So do you guys
or the armbar.
by CM Punk not showing up? Do you guys think this is the end of CM Punk MJF?
yeah,
Well, for sure, they just did it so coldly, and I don't get why you don't get CM Punk to not show up. Like this is you don't have to build a feud with keep CM Punk there, but like holy hell, why wouldn't CM Punk come and help him?
I think because
I
if
didn't get
you
it.
if you watch CM Punk's interview after the dog collar match,
Mhm.
he said that he doesn't know how many matches he has left, but the main goal is to be in the title picture. So I'm guessing there's something with that.
Oh, I don't think you read that properly.
Well,
unless
I
there's a
didn't-
turn here.
because he said that he did what he had to do with MJF, so that's done.
Well, I get it, but I mean, at the same time, Wardlow has helped you out, and then you don't return the favor.
Well,
That's also valid. Yeah.
You know what I
well,
mean? It kind
well,
of makes
no,
you a
you're-
heel,
No,
unless you're turning him heel.
you're
I think
you're
that's where
right.
they're gonna go.
But if you do the if he helps MJF, that story is still going to be continuing.
No, it just allows Wardlow to get MJF one-on-one. That's all that is, because it just still doesn't make sense with Punk didn't show on the show, so kayfabe, he wasn't there. Yeah. Oh,
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Whether he was backstage or not, he didn't show up to help Wardlow. So
so that's it. So maybe he just they can easily pay it off like he wasn't at the show.
mhm.
I guess because he wasn't there at all, right? So that's possible too.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to put Punk.
I think
into this.
it's like, okay, for us, for guys like us that has been following these things for years, if not decades, we can read into the psychology and where they're going.
You make it seem so smart.
No.
I mean, he's
Don't
trying,
forget, I like
yeah.
to throw flowers, and then what do?
Put them
I
under
throw
the
them in
bus.
So,
That's a
but-
shirt.
Flamethrow them.
That's a shirt.
No, so yes, we can see these things, and we would. But I'm
Throw
I'm sure there's some-
flowers, then let them die.
there's some
Follow
fans
us.
out there that would have been confused by CM Punk coming to help, and we would think, okay, so that means the story is still going on. Like I understand that why they didn't bring him out. I don't know how they're gonna portray it in the future because I'm sure he will be asked.
Well, I think they might just at that rate, what Casey was saying, I think they'll just say that he just wasn't there. Because he'll be
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm sorry I wasn't there. I couldn't make it. But that's really wrong. And then he'll get because he's gonna have to at least get involved. It just doesn't make sense unless he turns heel.
Yeah.
Unless he turns heel, and then he'll go, then Wardlow will go, hey, why didn't you come help me out? He'll be like, oh, because you're a big guy, you're man enough. I didn't ask for your help. You helped me. I didn't need your help,
Mhm.
but you helped me. Good job. I just didn't want to return the favor.
This is wrestling, not sports entertainment.
Well,
And
I mean, not with CM Punk. CM Punk loves to do his little sports entertainment,
know.
although he likes to think he's a wrestler, which he is. But he also has that sports entertainment factor into it, which is why Vince loved him at the beginning.
I think I think the heel turn is the more plausible way to go here, and I think would be the perfect heel to face Adam Page. Maybe can throw in some
That's it.
energy into Adam Page's title run.
Yeah, I'm just down for some promos. No matter CM Punk faces, I just want to see those promos. I'm all for it.
He loves that cowboy though.
That cowboy shit.
The cowboy shit.
Yep. What is about so Kingston? Did Kingston get hurt last week with that table bump, or is just we're just continuing the story here?
I think he got
Because
hurt.
when they re-showed that replay, I'm like, oof,
He almost missed.
Yeah.
He almost missed.
you
The
almost
table.
missed the table, man. There.
You almost missed the table. Well, they couldn't get him up properly. And I was like,
Hey.
yo, if you're struggling to get him up,
Yeah.
then don't drop him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do something else or whatever. Like,
Having a hard time lift him up, maybe not the best idea to throw him into a table on
Jesus.
the
But
outside
I mean,
of the
he
ring.
did go at his head like crazy because he knew what was up.
Yeah.
He knew he wasn't going to fall properly. So he went like this down. So maybe he didn't get hurt that bad because he wasn't there, right?
Yep, he wasn't there this week. No.
So, oh, whatever. Or maybe got a little, but he's a tough guy. I don't think it's anything serious. I didn't hear concussion.
Yeah, and I'm
or
sure we would
whatever.
have heard something if there was
Yeah.
anything more serious than it
Yeah.
was.
That's it. They just had nothing for him. I think they mentioned him have a match at Rampage, if I'm not mistaken. So
Oh, so even better. But so this is the program going forward. Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho. He'll probably give us some good promos there too.
yeah, and I think you're gonna see a whole maybe you'll see a whole thing with Eddie Kingston and Pride and Powerful and maybe Homicide come in. You're gonna see like a full-fledged LAX versus
Faction.
Jericho
Ooh.
appreciation thing going on, and I'm
Oh.
pretty sure you're going to see another like Stadium Stampede or a Blood and Guts or.
It's the same thing about Big E. Yeah, you're saying about Kingston. It could have been. It could have ended. It didn't end up in the same way. Thank God for Eddie Kingston, but it was definitely yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
could have been
Rich
bad for his
Holland
neck.
definitely messed up because when he did that first belly to belly on Big E, he couldn't do it properly.
Mhm.
So that would have been sign to say, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this. A lot of people are giving Rich Holland a little bit of shit, which understandably so at the same time. But I mean, Big E knows too, like, hey, bro, like don't let's not do this move too, right? I'm not putting all the blame on either or.
Mhm.
It's accidents, shit happens. Maybe he thought he could do it, he couldn't have done it. There was nothing really Big E could have done because you have to do a lot more as the guy throwing, and all Big E had to do was essentially take that bump. So it was on Holland, and kudos to him for showing up and at the hospital and whatnot. I don't, just shit happens. Unfortunately, it's the wrestling business.
I think Big E would be the first one to tell you that
Yeah.
he doesn't blame Rich
No.
for this. It
No,
like
that's
it takes two to tango, and this is a choreography, basically going back and forth, and these moves. It's wrestling. Sometimes accidents will happen, but these moves have to be done both well by both the guy receiving it and the guy giving it. So sometimes it doesn't go as planned. That's the business, and
That's it.
just hopefully nobody gets seriously hurt when they do go awry.
Straight up. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we have our femme finale. We
Yep.
got
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa versus the hometown hero, Thunder Rosa, mariachi band and all.
Very good
Come
entrance
out.
for her hometown. Yes.
Oh,
Did you guys
awesome.
see? Did you guys see the tribute for Hall and Austin?
I know she had, so she had the
The
316 on her tights or something, right?
Thunder,
Yeah, but that could have just been the
Thunder?
date that she was going to win the championship.
Well, they said it was for Austin.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure I heard JR say, yeah, it was a very good match, Nelson. I completely agree in that steel cage match. Because I think I remember JR saying she does have 316 on the back of her thing, but today is March 16th.
But she also did a stunner.
Oh, she did a stunner? I don't
Yeah.
remember that. I probably missed it. Quick. So if
Yeah.
she did a stunner, well, I'm sure there was a link.
Well,
there.
either way, it worked out for.
She's from Texas. He's from Texas.
That's it. She obviously was she
Idolized
obviously
him growing
takes
up,
from
yeah.
Austin, idolized him, and so on. Either way,
What was the
it's
other one
also
you
a
said?
date too, guys.
Brit's tights were the same as Hall's.
Oh, the black and
Ish.
white ones.
They had no, she had the red drops, I think. No,
Oh, the red blood drops? On
No,
them?
black and white. Black and white.
oh, black and white drops. Okay.
Okay, yeah. 'cause,
Oh, to me,
I thought
this
she-
match was the match of the year at the moment.
Whoa! I think it was
Wow.
definitely better than their last match they had. Definitely. 'cause
Yeah,
that was,
I'll go that far, dude.
that-
I won't
Okay.
say
I don't know if
much.
it was
Well-
better than the lights out match though.
Well, that wasn't this year though. So you
That was
gotta,
not
Oh,
this
okay,
year.
that's fair. That was one
That
year
was,
ago today.
that was my match of the year last year.
That's right. Because
This
it
is
was
my match of
exactly a
this
year
year.
ago because it was at St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day Slam last year.
At the moment, it's
Right.
my match of the year.
one job.
Okay. So yes, that's fair.
I mean, I
It
don't know
was a
about
very
match
good
of the
match.
year.
I've
It was a good match.
To
Nothing
me,
bad
it
to
was
say
a
about
match
it.
of the year.
That's fair.
No, that's okay. It's definitely it definitely can be it definitely can be talked about as one of the top matches of the year so far. So I have no problem with you choosing
I'd
it
agree
as
with
your
that.
favorite.
But Fire
that
had a
chair
little bit
bump?
of everything, dude. Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't that bad. She
Were
did
the
kinda
chairs
just
supposed to stay
fall,
up like that, or yeah, that's it.
but she wanted them to stay up like that. I just didn't know what they were trying to do exactly, because I'm like, that is gonna break your back
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you try and power bomb. Like that's gonna fuck you up.
I think she
Uh,
she just got a really big Charlie horse.
And I just don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do with that because those chairs did seem pretty like
Stiff.
not stiff. Yeah, those chairs seemed pretty stiff. And when I saw her drop, like whatever. She kind of
Yeah.
just softly dropped though. Like I'm sure it still hurt her, but it wasn't like a full-fledged slam. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's not too bad. Well, whatever. I guess it was okay.
It
You know
kind of
what I mean?
reminded me of that Sammy bump on the ladder,
Mm,
where the ladder didn't break. Also,
yeah. The
he
stiff-
did like
Yeah.
the swanton. Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of.
I mean, minus the whiplash.
Yeah, minus the whiplash. Yeah, but just the way his landed on his back and his back.
Oh,
I don't know. It hurt my back just watching it. But yeah,
Jesus. My back,
Back
is
and
still
forth,
aching
I'm-
from that.
I'm happy for for Rosa.
Oh, thrilled. Well
Uh,
deserved.
About time.
Did you guys see this week about what she said, that she was offered when she did the tryout for WWE? She got offered a job to be a referee, and she declined, and that would have been more money than she would have made up to that date. And she declined because she believed in herself and she thought she could still make it. So
This
that's
is
cool. I
some-
find that cool.
This is Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa. Yeah,
Well,
Wow.
imagine that.
yeah. When she's now the
To be a
AEW champion.
referee.
Mhm.
Damn.
Well, isn't that a slap in the face?
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's great that you trained. I really like your moves, but we'll offer you to be a referee.
Yeah, we'll give you
didn't
$500,000 to
recommend
be a referee, but you know,
I mean, at the same time, I'd be kind of down with getting 500,000. But I mean, you know, I'm not Thunder Rosa. I didn't spend my whole life training to be a wrestler,
Exactly.
you know, and wanting to, you know,
and
it's
she's
totally
one of the
different
best at doing it.
at
So
doing it.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, just another reason why WWE crushes dreams,
hmm
you know. But yeah, I mean, even the thumbtacks,
Oh, it was all good.
spots, it was crazy. I don't know that. The cage for me seemed weird. It seemed like the cage was further from the ring than it
Yeah.
looked. I don't know. My perception
telling
was
you,
like
it was-
messing up.
Either the ring was too small or the cage was too big for the ring. It was one or the other.
But
it
it
was
was
really
kind
tied
of
on, yeah.
cool. Yeah, but it was also kind of cool.
hmm
But at the same time, I was confused. So I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to. Maybe they accidentally made the cage too big,
yeah, I think
I
and the
Okay.
ring was the ring.
and then yeah,
I
then
have
you
to
have no
call.
choice.
I have to
Because this
call
wasn't the
TK
same
and find out.
cage. Yeah, that's it. I'll give TK a ring. This wasn't the same cage they used for the Cody match
Oh,
with Wardlow way back when.
wait, let me call him.
Good question. Good
that's it.
question.
Give Cody a call. Hey, Cody, what's good, bro? Forget about WWE for a hot minute. The cage.
Was
is
it?
How's Brandy doing, by the way? She good?
Yeah,
How the
yeah.
kiddo? Perfect. All right. Liberty's chilling. Cool. She free
See you on
falling.
April
We're good.
3rd.
All right. See you on April 3rd, boss. What? I didn't say you said anything. We good. We good. We good.
So where does Britt go from here, boys?
I just think the story's not done yet.
I mean, I'm done with her being the champion, but at the same time, what happens with Ruby now with this?
We haven't seen Ruby on Dynamite or Rampage in a few weeks. She's been
Yeah.
on Darker Elevation.
Okay, you're talking
Probably.
about Soho.
No, but I
Ooh.
was talking about where Britt goes
No,
from here.
but we're Brit,
but-
but that's why I,
but like-
I alluded with Ruby because I
Maybe-
thought Ruby was going to take it off Brit.
Maybe TBS.
I don't know if they're ready to give.
She's
Maybe she's
better
the one
than a
who-
TBS championship, though. And
Well-
Jade won't get rid of that just yet.
Well, maybe I don't know. Time
yeah,
off.
I think Britt right away. I think Britt. What needs to be done with Britt is need to put her in a big rivalry, no belts, but something
Yeah.
that can last a few months, back and forth, have 2-3 matches.
Maybe even with Ruby or Martinez.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Give me give me a Britt versus Martinez or whatever have you.
Because
Yeah,
to
I don't
go-
know, but you got to build your stars, man.
to make her go right away into the TBS picture would be a demotion from her. Well, people would see it as a demotion at least. So, I don't know if that would be the way to go. Like I said, a big rivalry with a big woman star.
She doesn't need the championship. She
Yeah,
almost has that
exactly.
Roman Reigns head of the table
Mhm.
feel, but
Oof.
at the same time, she doesn't need that championship.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Whereas I mean, that's why
I know
I'm
what-
saying like
I know what you mean.
where Roman does need it, but Britt doesn't. I feel like Britt is good enough. She solidified herself enough As it's
I
almost
agree
like
with
Charlotte. Maybe not
Casey.
even Charlotte.
Casey's saying here she can still be dominant heel with no belt, and
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think we agree with that. Yeah,
Oops.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck me.
definitely agree with that.
You're not my type, bro. You're not my type.
Sorry. It's the beard, I.
The beard, the hair, the hat, the accent,
There's no
the
hair
male.
at all.
Oh, Jesus.
Soft like a
Ram-
baby's bottom.
Rampage did really bad last week.
Did it?
It did 20.2 in the
We didn't-
1849,
we
and it
didn't-
did 480,000 views.
We
Yeah.
didn't talk about this Sunday. Rampage.
I don't think we
Bro,
talked about
he's
the
just
ratings.
reading his notes. Let him be.
What notes? He doesn't have no notes.
No, I don't have notes today.
Oh, you know, okay. I thought maybe you randomly found your old notes or something.
No,
Feels
Thi-
naked
this-
without his notes. He's like, oh.
because Rampage this week. Why I'm saying that, because last week was really a bad Rampage. I don't see it getting any better because this week Rampage is at 11:30 at night
Oh God.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of March Madness.
I'm telling you,
Because
they have to
it's-
change their time, man. They have to do something.
Yeah, just start putting it at like, well, I mean, the problem is freaking TNT always has basketball. There's something happening.
That's why you got to
So-
put it before 6, 7 o'clock. It's an hour. You could fit it somewhere. I think if you put it Friday night
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock before the young guys go out, before the basketball starts and the hockey starts, because they do hockey too on TNT, I think would be a good slot. 6, 7 o'clock the latest. I think 6 o'clock would be ideal.
Yeah, I would do 7, and then on 7 to 8 and 8 o'clock, you do the pre-show for the whatever sport event is next, and there you go.
Exactly.
Oh no, because I
That's
think
right.
they're already playing. So the pre-show would start at 7. I think 6 to 7 is golden. I
6
think
to
that's
7 is
perfect.
golden. You do the
Or-
pre-show at 7 to 8, and bang, you start the
Yeah.
game, whatever the game is
Yeah.
at 8.
That's the best thing. I agree.
Yeah.
For everybody involved, for TNT, for AEW, and the fans. I think everybody
gonna-
wins in that.
I'm gonna call
situation.
Ted right now.
Ted.
Yeah.
Oh, Ted
You
Turner.
gotta get you got a three-way Tony in that call because
Yeah.
I think Tony's gotta
FaceTime.
help you pitch it.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're gonna watch Rampage tomorrow, you gotta stay up night, or you just do like probably 3/4 of the fans that do watch it and PVR it and watch it the next day.
Or watch it on your
Yeah.
phone.
That's it. Or yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough spot, man, especially now with again stuff coming out. A lot more people are going out now. Fridays, people are partying, people are already out by then. All that. They should have their own channel. Tony Khan has the money.
Yeah, but
Not anymore, he doesn't.
well, yeah, he's
No.
been spending quite a bit.
He's been
Well, those
spending
are-
quite a bit.
Yeah, and plus, if he gets his channel on HBO Max, HBO Max,
The streaming, yeah.
yeah. How us the Canadians would watch it? Because we don't have HBO Max, do we?
They're affiliated with Crave.
Crave. One job.
Well, I don't have catch Crave. I'm with the video.
You don't have Crave?
No, I don't have Crave.
Well, I mean, I
Oh, you
don't
have
know, stop being a
Videotron?
cheap ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
would be
so
done.
I have Videotron. I have Crave.
You have
Oh, yeah?
Crave on Videotron?
Oh,
I-
I mean,
No.
What did
because-
you do?
do I have Crave on Videotron? No, I get it from
No.
Shaw.
There
Oh,
you go.
that's it. That makes sense.
You can't get Crave on Videotron?
Nope. For some reason, nope. They only offered
I believe Crave belongs
You
to
only
Bell.
offer Super Écran?
Club Illico.
Yeah, I have Netflix.
It's-
But
I
yeah,
mean, technically, yeah, but whatever. Technically, you can just get Crave. If you have a smart TV, you get the Crave app.
But no, I
And
think
then
you
you
do
have
get
a-
Crave because I
Oh,
get
yeah, that's true.
commercials.
well, it
Yeah, but
depends. 'Cause when
commercials
you
don't
watch, if
mean
you watch
anything.
TSN, if you watch a lot of
Oh,
TSN,
yeah,
they
it's
always show
Bell.
Crave commercials because they're both owned by Bell.
Bell. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have a smart TV, anyways, doesn't matter. You don't need the Crave channel to begin with.
Mhm.
Crave channel, I never watch. I just have the Crave app, and I go ape shit.
Yeah, if
So
you have a
can
smart
sign up
TV,
to
I
Crave.
think it's not a problem.
Okay, so I could just watch it on my laptop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
'Cause
download the
you
application.
can get it directly from Crave.
We'll see
Yeah,
when
it's like an app. I guess it's because if you have Bell and you have the movie net, which used to be called the movie network package,
Yes.
which is $50 a month, you would get Crave into it. And just if you pay just for the Crave app, I don't know how much it is. There must be a fee per month,
Yeah.
but it must be like
It's like
Netflix.
it's like $20. It's $20, But you get Craven HBO, and you get all the
And
stuff on
stars.
demand
Yeah.
with stars and all that. And yeah, it's worth it.
So it's four Crave channels, two HBOs, two stars, and the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000.
Oh, you also get
best
Hollywood
ones.
Suites with it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's my package, and I pay. I think it's $18.99 a month. I think it is. Or
It's
if
about
you
the
Yeah.
same
have-
price as Netflix.
Mhm. So it's not that
Well,
bad.
I
You
mean,
got-
that's
you got
it.
a lot of choice.
You don't have regular cable, do you?
Me?
Well, Videotron guy.
Oh.
You have
No.
actual cable,
No, I have Videotron.
or you just have? Yes, but you have cable, or you have just internet with Videotron.
No, I have internet
cable
and cable. Yeah.
Ah,
not.
why?
I'm not. What do you mean why?
Why? Just get the internet and then just save money off your cable so you can get the Crave. What do you watch
Because
on the cable?
my TV?
Yeah, but
amazing.
I'm,
Because when I moved here,
okay.
my era did not take. My era didn't get Bell.
Back then, yeah, there was a Bell didn't reach everyone.
Oh, okay.
But if I lived behind myself, I would have Bell.
I remember that
myself.
reading that in the newspapers a few years ago. Yeah, it's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
And now they called me for, hey, you want to join Bell 5? No, thank you.
You are forgiven.
Okay,
I'm
that's
I'm
fair.
good with my Videotron.
So, what the hell is this? Sorry, weird messages, weird phone calls. I'm very excited. Before we drop this, I'm very excited for some kayfabe references in a Kingston Jericho feud, because guaranteed you're gonna have they're from what Jericho said with the sports entertainment. That's gonna be the theme of that rivalry.
Mhm.
Wrestling versus sports entertainment, and I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of kayfabe mentions there.
For
And,
those who don't know what kayfabe means, would you like to explain?
Yes, so kayfabe is what wrestling storytelling of wrestling, of how wrestlers told their stories with their names, their whatever's happening. Kayfabe is the
Bro,
I really hate using that word, so I'm not going to use it.
I'll
Um,
see.
they
I'll
have
just see.
Videotron. They have Videotron off of their sign in through TV provider. Videotron has to have Crave.
Okay, I'll look into it. Dude.
All right, look into it. Jesus, don't give me this temper tantrum here. I'm trying to help you out. They have Crave.
Our coast host is trying to explain something to
Our coast
here.
host.
Our coast to coast. He's known coast to coast like butter and toast. Kid crazy. Kayfabe is when storylines are real and not fake. Happy? Let's go.
That's what kayfabe is, and we haven't. Still, some people really in wrestling, you still have kayfabe. So kayfabe is not dead, but it's definitely being exposed. We can say those guys
Right.
2.0 are from Montreal. Yes, they are, Nelson. Oh, now I forgot his name again. What was his name?
Magic
Not
Mike.
Magic Mike. What is it? Daddy Mike
No.
or Daddy Magic? Daddy
Daddy
Magic.
Magic. That's
Daddy
it.
Magic Mike Menard. That's it.
Menard.
Mi-
Menard.
Mike
Minard.
Menard.
Minard.
Menard.
And Angelo.
Parker.
So yeah,
Cool
they are from
boy or
Montreal.
cool beans or cool
Yeah,
hands.
but I believe when he was in the NXT, Menard was last name was
Martel.
Martel, and everyone thought he was a family with Ricky the Model.
Yep, I did think so that too at the beginning. Wouldn't have been surprised because Ricky the model Martel was from Montreal also.
Which should be on Hall of Fame, but he's not. But
He's not?
Queen- no, but the Queen is.
Ravishing, not ravishing.
Ricky
the
the
model.
Model Martel is not in the Hall of Fame,
Wow,
but yet
I think
the
he's one of
Queen
the-
is.
one of the greatest. Wow, okay, one of the top 10 greatest intercontinental champions
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should have. But we don't know. Like we were saying before, we're not backstage. We don't know who they've offered this Hall of Fame to
That's it.
and who has denied.
I would love to be in that little spider on that wall for those talks.
If I would, if
I would
can
just
bug-
love for you to be a spider.
I'll tell you now. Next year, it's a Super Squad going to Hall of Fame.
the
The
Super
who
what?
squad?
Super
Super
Squad.
Yeah,
Who's that?
is it a Super Squad? The cheerleaders there.
Oh, the Spirit Squad.
Spirit Squad.
Spirit Squad. The
I'm telling you.
Super Squad.
Super Squad. Spirit. Dolph Ziggler Squad.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! If they,
Yeah,
if the,
Dolph Ziggler Squad.
if the Dolph Ziggler Squad, Dolph Ziggler deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's
Uh,
still wrestling though. The poor guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
he's
then you're
been
gonna
wrestling
have
for a long time. Loyal
them and Shane McMahon's friends there. From
Mean Street Posse.
Mean
yeah.
Street Posse. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a
I
great
think
year.
they're already in it.
No, they're not, bro.
I think they're in it.
Or maybe.
I feel
No.
like I've seen a vignette with them.
Oh
Didn't-
Jesus.
Didn't Shane McMahon? I
No.
was gonna say Shane
There was
McMahon
rumor.
introduced
There was
him,
rumor
but-
that Shane was supposed to be on Hall of Fame this year.
and they were gonna introduce him.
I don't
Okay,
know.
maybe that's where I've heard this.
But next year,
Well, I
technically-
mean, maybe, but then he had to go book a Royal Rumble and screw it up.
next year it's technically Batista's gonna be the headliner.
And The Rock.
I don't know.
Well,
Survey
right,
time.
specifically.
Did anybody come here today to see WTN, or did you come here today to see me call JLB a whore?
Survey
Survey
says one more
says-
for the good guys, and then I'm out. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Well done. Thank you for all your entertainment as always, Casey. But hopefully they also came here to also see WTN, because if they came to call me if they came to see me be called a whore, by all means.
If
You
you
hate
want
to
his
love it.
number,
Must be
it's
disappointed.
514. You could just call him.
Hey, who's calling? I don't know, but you're a whore, JLB. Ah, okay. But yeah, no, Mean Street Posse aren't in it.
Jesus, you have to Google that.
Bro, I Google things.
All right.
And yeah, I don't know. I might be a mixture of things. I think just with the way that they are too, though, just how they've treated a bunch of wrestlers recently. It's a ripple effect of people not wanting to do business or wanting that Legends contract.
Mhm.
And all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think a lot of people don't consider the WWE Hall of Fame as a legitimate, as a legitimate representation of your career,
Mhm.
wrestling wise. So
That's true.
Well,
Some people do see it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have Drew Carey in the Hall of Fame, so anything is possible.
oh, whatever. He was in a few Rumbles. You're gonna have Johnny Knoxville in that next year, probably too.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Hey, well, Bad Bunny deserves to be there. He was the best celebrity so far.
Moving on.
Well, that's it. Moving on. We're closing it up.
Take us
Okay.
home.
So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this special memorial edition and celebration of Scott Hall's life and our lovely Thursday night recap as usual. Please, guys, let us know. Don't be afraid to comment below your favorite Scott Hall moment or your favorite Scott Hall match, favorite Scott Hall saying. We would love to hear them. Because he had a heck of a long career, and we'd be excited to see what you think. I guess maybe we should maybe just do that to kind of favorite Scott Hall match, Big Red.
Wow. I would have to say the ladder match with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, revolutionized wrestling. I'm going with that one too.
Yeah, I think I would too. I did also enjoy the Bret Hart one that he did.
Yes, King of the Ring
and-
93.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun.
There was also the match, the tag match he had with Macho Man versus Macho Man versus Mr. Perfect and Ric Flair in Survivor Series.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be a bunch of outsiders matches too, though. Some of them should have been pretty dope.
The Outsiders versus the Steiners, Outsiders versus
Yeah.
Harlan Heat, Outsiders, Giant and Sting.
Yeah, some classics out there, guaranteed.
Yeah, it's been so long too, right? Like,
Yeah.
unless you literally took the Razor's Edge DVD and you went to go watch it all, like,
Mhm.
cool. But I unfortunately didn't do that.
Guys, the guy had the match that revolutionized wrestling,
Yeah.
the ladder match.
Mhm.
Had the promo,
Yeah.
or segment that revolutionized wrestling in that May 27th, 1997, when he showed up on Nitro. So big part of changes in wrestling he was. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so please, guys, let us know. Let us know.
Razor, yes, Nelson, that's very true. Razor Ramon versus 1-2-3 Kid. Yeah.
Kid. Yep. We saw CM Punk and Darby, I believe.
Yep.
Remimic that match as well. So a lot of influence throughout the years, and rightfully so. The man knew how to work. He was always a professional in the ring. And so he will be missed, but he will be forever more memorialized on the WWE Network in the wrestling video games. Thankfully, WWE 2K22 had him in all of his Razor Ramon and Outsider glory. So you can still relive the great moments of the bad guy anywhere. And he definitely had a phenomenal career in that regard. And yeah, so we will forever be grateful for everything he's done. And that is it. Rest in peace, bad guy. In terms of where they can follow you, a good sir, Big Red, where can they go?
Either on WTN Wrestling or on Twitter, Twitter Big Red at the Big Red 7819, or follow me on the Big Red Podcast.
Bam, bam, bam. Kid Crazy, your turn.
You guys can catch me anything about wrestling on WTN. You guys are welcome to tag me, Michael Costa, if you have any questions or want to debate or want to call me out on something I said, more than welcome. If you want to follow me on Twitter, WTN's Kid Crazy, and for all my other podcasts on SPN Podcast on Facebook.
Bam. And of course, JLB420 at Real Talk Radio 8 are my Twitter handles. Real Talk Radio is the brand where I talk a little bit about everything and anything entertainment, music, movies, so on and so forth. And also, I do have a link tree now. So all my stuff will be there as well. Make everyone's life a little easier. And yeah, anchor.fm/RTR. Everything will be there as well on any podcast platform you would like. It will all be there for your viewing pleasure. On that note, guys, it was a great recap. And on that note, I think the final words that we should leave with is that hard work pays off. Dreams do come true. Bad times don't last. I wish I had my toothpick, but bad times. Damn it. I'm restarting. Hold on. No, I didn't do him justice. I must do
cut
the
it in
bad
the
guy
editing.
justice. We will, but it's live, damn it.
Do you need one? I'm full. Do you need one?
I got one. Hold on. Jesus. Open, damn you.
I think I swallowed mine.
There you go. Jesus. All right. So on that note, guys, amongst my stupidity here, I believe the Chico had taught us one thing that we can all remember for the rest of our lives, and that hard work pays off. Dreams do come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.